What's up guys, welcome to the NVIDIA India FPS Battle Finals powered by SteelSeries. We've got an amazing matchup for you. Best of 3, Team Overcome versus Team MXB Gaming. We're going to be crowning a new champion. And as always, with me to bring you all the action, Blair. How's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. This should be fun. This should be really fun. Firstly, it's a pretty, it's kind of coincidental that today's a pretty interesting day. It's both the finals of the NVIDIA FPS Battle, and also today is a day that's so strong is rebranding.
New look.
New look. I actually like the new badger. I was reading about a badger. Did you know a badger can kill a lion?
A badger can kill anything.
Yes. Yes. So, so we got a fancy new logo over here in So Strong Office. That's why it's been kind of busy today for all of us. You just came in and saw all of us running around, yelling at each other.
No work being done.
Yeah, kinda. Anyway, so just getting stuff sorted out. So a new logo. I thought it would be really cool to reveal it on the FPS Battle as well. So let's get back to it. The maps have been decided. I think we're going to be switching directly to the map
screen.
Map screen here, Mr. Producer. Anytime would be a good time. Right now, awkward moment. Awkward silence.
Alright, for those of you coming from Facebook, we just had our pre-show there. We talked a bit about the teams, their previous maps. Let's see if we can get you a highlight reel from MXB Gaming's amazing comebacks against Brutality. We didn't see that coming now, did we?
No, we didn't.
Well, that was an amazing little highlight reel. MXB.
I missed everything.
Clawing back.
Calling back. So, maps. So, map veto has been done and dusted. I got my predictions wrong. I think it's one of the weirdest map vetoes between these two teams. I think we should be showing up on the screen for you guys right about now. So there we go. So MXB banning on overpass. Again, not very surprising because Overcome are very good in overpass. They're almost done Brutality. They've taken out a lot of teams on this map. It's one of the strong maps. I'm very surprised to see Overcome ban Train. Now, they might be very weak on Train, but I don't think MXB is that great on Train either. They're alright. They're okay. They're probably better than Overcome, but them banning on Train, which is not really I know they're banning on the weakness, but I'm surprised that they banned trade instead of, let's say, cash, which is, as you can clearly see, MXB picking cash. It's their favorite map. It's their best map by far. So cash being picked by MXB, Mirage being picked by Overcome, which is really, really strong. And then Cobblestone, like we spoke about earlier, Overcome dismantled Invisible Wings there. But then again, it's a map that MXB really strong on. All three maps can go down to the wire.
But
here.
as you mentioned, at least as far as Cobblestone's concerned, most Indian teams don't really know what to do on CT side.
Yeah, so it's going to be who's a better YOLO, Suka, Bliat, B, Rush B. Like, who rushes B better is going to come out on top if we go to map number 3. Because bear in mind, I really am going to be, if I'm a betting man, I'll be putting my money on MXB to win cash. Mirage, while Overcome have picked a map, we also what MXB did to, or rather Antidote and Spawn did to Brutality.
Yep.
And I've seen also in the East on the Premiership, MXB played 6 Mirages, of which, apart from the one game in Mirage which went to overtime, apart from that, every other map, no one was able to get to double digits. Most of the score is 16-1, 16-3, 16-7. But then again, yes, they were not overcome.
Yes, exactly. The point of the Premiership is to give all the teams a chance, and most of the big teams don't really end up facing each other until the later stages. And as we mentioned on the pre-show on Facebook Live, MXB and Overcome are both top 5 teams and are much closer matched up as compared to MXB and Brutality and Overcome and Invisible Wings.
Yeah, but then again, like I said, both of the teams upset those the more well-known names, so to speak. So it's going to be very interesting. Okay, so it's going to be cash. Obviously, we're still waiting for the knife round to go live to decide who's going to start on what sides. But like I said, this is going to be very interesting because Overcome, I've seen them take MXB to the end of the line, push MXB to the end on many games on cash. Likewise, I've seen MXB as well. I don't really consider Mirage a very strong map for MXB. Now, time and time again, they've proved me wrong. They always somehow manage to climb out of the whatever rut they're in. If it goes on to Cobblestone, like I said, it's gonna be a street fight. It's like watching two guys just slugging it out there, just standing and duking it out like Rocky style. Adrian,
it's like one of those videos of people beating each other up on Light Bible.
Pretty much.
Who's the last man standing?
So this is gonna be a very interesting matchup if you ask me. All 3 maps, this is mouth-watering for me because, frankly, I'm not seeing any map here which either team are weak on.
Okay.
It's not going to be strong on any of these maps. Cash, both are good. MXB is slightly better in my opinion, both are really good. It will be tight.
Both are bad.
Cobblestone, everyone's bad. Everyone equally bad in Cobblestone. And then we have Mirage, where, like I said, both the teams are really good on these 2 maps. So it's going to be tight. It's not going to be like, it's going to be 16-0, 16-1 whitewash. It's going to be like...
It's going to be close. I mean, if we get half as much entertaining Counter-Strike as we did last time, I think we'll be happy.
I'd be very happy with that. I mean, it's a Friday evening. I'm going to be here casting Counter-Strike instead of getting out and getting wasted. So I better see some good Counter-Strike action here. That's my only requirement, so to speak. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. I'm not really getting any information from the teams yet, whether they're ready right now. So I think I just got information from admin that we will be going live in about 3 or 4 minutes time. So yeah.
So just a quick reminder, guys, this is the NVIDIA FPS Battle Grand Finals. We started off with the top 4 teams in the country. Team Brutality, Invisible Wings, MXB Gaming and Overcome. All 4 invited. Brutality were set to defend their title. Unfortunately, MXB Gaming came back from out of nowhere and pulled it back, made it their way to the finals after Overcome upset Invisible Wings 2-0 to seal their place. So we are going to be crowning a new FPS Battles champion. And not only that, the winning teams are going to be taking home SteelSeries Siberia 200 headsets.
I need me one of those.
Yeah, great esports headset. I mean, simple, elegant, like
very comfortable. That's one thing I really like about the Siberias. Like many people are like, we don't like it. There are other ones. I get it. Like some people have their own likes and whatnot. Like I personally like for example, like Sennheisers, for example, listening to music and whatnot. But one reason I always love my SteelSeries was because, especially when you're gaming for long periods of time.
Like you mentioned, as an esports professional, you need to put in hours and hours of practice. That is 6 to 10 hours just sitting there, and you don't want something that is cumbersome to have on your head.
And not just cumbersome, it starts hurting after a while.
Exactly.
And that's why I really do like them. Can I get one of them?
No.
I plugged...
dude,
I've sold my soul here, alright?
Well, if your team, MXB, wins, you can, be like, hey, I'm co-founder / co-owner / give it to
cheerleader.
me. Yeah, give it to me.
Who do I talk to?
I know your team. Make them win and then steal it.
They're cheapskates. They're so cheap. They don't give me anything. I keep like supporting them all the time. I'm like MXB this, MXB that, Hell Ranger, the Great God Ranger. They give me shit. You know how much it hurts? I'm shifting houses in like the next couple of days. I'm kind of like low on money. I need to buy new stuff. I don't get anything.
I have an empty mattress, like spare mattress.
I don't want to use anything which is made contact with your body. Like, forget the insects lurking around your mattresses. Like the bodily fluids, the dried up bodily fluids of yours. No, thank you, Cap. Look.
Hey man, at least I'm offering. Your teammates aren't.
Fair enough. Considering all 18 years of age, I wouldn't like the mattresses either. God knows what's there. I mean, yeah, let's not talk too much about bodily fluids here. It's Counter-Strike after all. The only bodily fluids you're going to be seeing in game is blood. So,
also, guys, quick reminder, make sure you subscribe to the NVIDIA YouTube channel. There's tons of content every day of the week. We've got a whole bunch of live streamers. Nabu from Team EDX, Rickster Gaming, PC Peasants, myself, Neon Novacan, and we have a bunch more starting off soon. So different live streams, different games every day, and we're going to be bringing you great new, feature videos.
You should actually get me to stream on the channel when I play with you. You can literally see someone going through the 7 stages of grief and depression and denial. Just put me on a cam. Just watch my face and I play with you. It's brilliant. My mom actually walked by. She said, "Are you okay? Do you need counseling?" I'm like,
he lives with his mom.
No, she lives with me.
Oh, right, sure. He lives with his mom.
Alright, I'm a happy mom this boy. Anyway, so I think we're all.
I think we're set to get into server. Let's watch some warm up. And
yeah, there we go. So everyone is in the server. You can see. Take a look at the lineup real quickly. Buster, Hellranger, Blackhawk, Spawn, and JKS. Isn't that Buster? Sorry, who is that? JKS? Antidote, I guess. That should be Antidote. I don't know why he's playing with JKS. I will confirm who that guy is. Meanwhile,
does MXB have a stand-in in case?
I don't know. I don't think it's a stand-in. It's Minato, Amaterasu, Monster Baba, Biceps, and Neon Gaming Studio. I get it. You're trying to sell out. I get it. You're trying to brand your thing, but put your nick at least. So I'm not sure who that is, but I will confirm with our admins as to who
Nems,
the players are. Nems, do something about this.
Knife round. Let's see which CS:GO players featuring which knife. We got a Huntsman, we got a Karambit, we got a Flip. What else we got? We got a Bayonet.
Yuck.
Yuck, I know. Huntsman best.
No. Yuck.
Alright. It looks like the T's are gonna take it. Overcome. Winning the knife round. How do you think that's gonna affect
not much.
first map?
Not much, to be very honest. I mean, it's a very well-balanced map. So I don't think knife round is as crucial in this map compared to other maps, I would say. So I think, yeah, it's still warming up here. I'm just gonna actually do a little bit of research and find out who JKS or Neon Gaming Studio is. It's so awkward, right?
Chat is saying he's Antidote, so...
It should be Antidote, but I mean, why would you put up JKS as a nick? So this is one thing I don't really get. Like,
Kids.
Come on! I mean, that's not an excuse. I mean, for example, you're a big fan. Like, for example, I used to love Wally, an old 1.6 player, and one of his nicknames used to be Tiffany Twisted. So I used to be like, Blair, hashtag Tiffany Twisted. You know, you're like, yeah, that's fine. Show the fact that you really like a player, right? But put your own bloody name for crying out loud. You know how pissing off it is as a caster right now when people put up weird Chinese letters and you're not even Chinese. If you're Chinese, it makes sense. Like if you're Chinese, it completely makes sense. But here's the irony of the fact the Chinese player put English names like Savage, Captain Mo, and like English names which sometimes don't make any sense, like TB. I think it stands for cabbage in Chinese or Mandarin. That's what someone told me, by the way. And look at us, like we speak English, and yet we... I'm having a breakdown right now.
We got an interesting setup from Overcome.
Oh, complete rush.
Aggressive from MXB.
That's what I like about them when they play CSUN Cash. You aggress, so they went for aggression over in A mains. 2 easy kills, that's it. Like three guys pushing in.
That's actually, they've learned from what happened against Brutality. They weren't aggressive at all the first 2 maps. Or at least for all of the first map and most of the second map, they gave Brutality that breathing room and that First time. And MXB make easy work of that retake, but Overcome did get the bomb down, so...
It should be a full eco coming out the next round here. They did get the bomb
third
down.
round AK buy, probably.
Third round AK buy, absolutely. MXB really shouldn't have allowed them to go for the bomb plant. They had a 5v3 advantage. Yeah, sure, I mean, they just lost one guy, so MXB should be like, yeah, whatever, we don't really care. But preferably, obviously, you don't want them to go for the buy.
MXB didn't lose any players that round.
They just lost one player. You can make out here, if you look at the buy coming from MXB, they're reading the AK buy. That's why you can see rifles all around, and even the SMGs they're buying. You don't see any MP7s or whatnot. You're seeing some pretty powerful SMGs like the UMP,
the good SMGs,
and even the P90.
Not the troll ones.
Not the troll ones, so to speak. So they're buying this mainly because they know for a fact that the round after this, they're going to be going for the AK buys. So they don't want to upgrade the weapons again immediately. So
we had a quick move from Squeaky. They're gonna get the bomb plant again. Bomb stuck in Squeaky.
I'm not. Oh, Spawn did spot it out. It's gonna do a lot of damage here. I'm not a big fan of going for the retake play when your opponent are on a full eco. I mean, you can just shut them down completely from the side here.
We got the backstab coming in from mid. Can he get some kills on the flank? Just the one.
Just JK is getting dropped. Yep, and he should be able to pick up the. I think there was a P90 there. So yeah, and JKS, that is of course an antidote, as I've been informed. And Neon Gaming Studio is actually shabby. So no standards, it's pretty much a full lineup for both the teams. And you can see 5 AKs being brought up. And Antidote will be just wheeling the 5-7, trying to go for the op buy early on. So 2-0 for MXB. And against the 5 AK-47s for
Do you think that's
Overcome.
smart, just playing with 5-7? Given on AK rounds, you said they read the buy.
But look at what Blackhawk's doing. He's pushed in. Boss is pushing as well. They
found the bomb.
They found the bomb. And, this could be horrible. This could be horrible because Overcome, they need to get some kills here. Neon Gaming, that is shabby, doing great work picking up 2 quick kills. And I don't know why Boston Blackhawk went for that. This is a mistake many players make. The second is the CT spot, the C4, they literally just sit on it. Why do you want to sit on that? Because 5 terrorists are going to come your way to try to get the bomb, right? So you have the information the C4 is there. It's okay. Don't let the T's know that you know. Might sound like a little confusing statement, but that's what MXB messed up there. They knew the C4 was there. They could instead push into T-spawn, quietly kept a guy there, and just played it. Just played it passively, and they could have caught out Overcome with the backs turned towards them. Meanwhile, it's going to be JK going to find a kill, but Spawn internally bleeding, just 9 points of health against Monster and Baba Biceps, and this should be the round.
He's just going to pick up an empty flag rather than the retake.
He's going to die here.
He's not going to anticipate the guy.
I don't think he'll get out of here. He's going to get caught out. Baba Biceps will take him down, and I think Baba Biceps is Minato.
Again, why the name changes? Damn it!
Because
I mean, I already have a hard time keeping up with who's who.
Like I said, it really does trigger me, especially when people putting names like DNM, for example, from Invictus. He's a very well-known guy. We call him the Doctor, Doc, DNM, veteran in the Indian scene. And I remember this one couple of tournaments, he just kept playing with Bialy in his name. I'm like, why are you doing that? Everyone knows who Bialy is. You're not Bialy, goddammit. And you have your own in-game nick. Why are you doing this? Meanwhile, Hellraiser and Spawn just wrecking everyone on the A bomb side.
Careless rush from Overcome there.
Little, very, very ill executed push, I would say. Just getting completely slaughtered, leaving Monster alone in a 1v3. He's got the C4, and then he hasn't been spotted out. You can see Antidote already pushing mid, but Blackhawk inside the site will take him down. MXB will reset, overcome some money here.
Silver plays. I'm sorry, that was just careless, reckless, whatever you want to call it.
I kind of do try. I think I kind of understand what Overcome are trying to do there, which MXB does all the time, by the way. What Overcome are trying there, where MXB is on the buy right now. Let's push them, destroy them.
They're not expecting them.
But when you rush them, you need to have a plan.
Yeah, do it right. Don't just that doesn't work. At least not at this level. If you're playing matchmaking with me, yes. People on the other side are gonna be like that. You can make it work, but not here.
Absolutely, and you can see here they have the armor pistol buy because they do have some little money to work with, but they need to get this bomb down, if not win the round, which could happen. So MXB going for the retake plays here every single time. I'm not a big fan of this because after a while, Overcome are going to realize MXB are playing for the retake plays, that the site is pretty much empty, and if they do manage to adapt to this, and I don't know why I don't see a smoke for. What is this? Why don't we see a smoke for connecting here into short? That's just atrocious. They had smokes from everywhere else, and they just needed one smoke to block this off because they all got slaughtered from that particular angle. And Swan will pick up the kill, not a single man being lost.
I feel one smoke might have gotten lost somewhere. You see the two smokes up there. I think one of them was supposed to fall down, and that's where they messed up.
They had a smoke for everywhere else. They smoked off the rafters, smoked off the side, and they did smoke off forklift, or maybe one guy didn't buy a smoke. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, that's a complete waste of... They had Tech 9 and armor, which is about $1,500 at a minimum for all his teammates. So that's like $7,000 approximately just down the drain without a single kill to show for it. And now it is pretty much a Glock train here. And Blackhawk, I think he has an inkling. I think he heard a footstep. And they're just going to be walking into...
Yeah, you probably definitely heard them run past back towards Squeaky. It's great what MXB is doing, alternating that, you know, easing off playing the retake and being aggressive. That way Overcome cannot fix on a strategy on how to counter that.
True. That's one thing I was a little worried about, was MXB were playing with the retake play throughout, and now they're mixing it up. They're playing much more closer, and this is sort of plays. And the first round they aggress mains, then the following rounds they play for the retake and A, and now they're just playing a little bit more aggressively. I like this sort of play because it keeps your opponents guessing. They're like, how are they set up right now? They can't come up with a plan. They're not able to adapt because MXB just evolving their setup every single time. This is great play. This is great.
They've definitely done well in terms of going back and trying to fix what went wrong against Team Brutality in the first map and the first half of the second map before they turned it around for that amazing comeback. So MXB have done well. They're learning, like you said, younger players, not unwilling to change, not unwilling to try new things.
Oh, the small top could be
Amaterasu.
Someone survives. I don't know how he's alive though. Falls back. Blackhawk. He knows where they're coming in from. Switches over the Tech 9, and they're gonna come charging in and getting complete. He's gonna get the ace. No, he won't. Buster will steal it away from him. But a very comfortable shutdown. 2 rounds that they have won without losing a single man. Those are 2 good anti-eco rounds.
That is invaluable for your economy.
Absolutely. Okay, I think we can see the money right now for MXB. The money's pretty good here. An average of about $6,000 on all the players. That's a great way to start the middle of the first half, I would say. So 5-1 up for MXB. Overcome now, and I like this aggression again. Like I said, MXB, they just... Amaterasu has no clue. The 2 guys right below him, and he's on 15 points of health already.
They're not going to see that one coming, and
Spawn should be falling back. I don't know why he had to really go for more there. He got the kill. He should just fallen back. Instead, he will get traded.
But at least I'm happy he's trying something rather than just sitting around getting picked off round after round like the last game. So it's good to see him in the thick of things. Fine, he got traded, but at least he did something. And that's a big change from last time. So
yeah, I mean, it was again one map. I think we're giving him a little too much for that one map where he really struggled, and this could be dire here, but Blackhawk and Buster just teaming up, shredding everyone in mid, but Monster Baba Bice was replying back real quickly. Now it's a 2v2 with 55 seconds on the clock. Overcome have all the time in the world to work with. Baba Bice just entering like a boss, takes down Antidote, and it's all on Hellrager, God Rager, Hellrager, whatever you call him. And he is going to be alone here in a 1v2. Baba Biceps internally bleeding. He's just on 2 points of health. But they do have the bomb planted for below vents for checkers where Monster is waiting. Hell's got the kit. He's got 1 flashbang as well. And Monster just playing it safe. Oh, he gets spotted out. I thought he was expecting him to come in from inside of vents. And now Baba Biceps is very low. He's going to announce his presence here. Hellranger. Oh, gets taken down. Baba Biceps with a clutch. 2 points of health. And he lands the headshot which he really needed. And they're going to get a second round on board. I thought that was the last round.
Well, the good thing is MXB do have that money in the bank, so they can afford to lose around here and there.
Overcome should be careful. They don't want to get reset because, bear in mind, just one guy survived that round.
Yeah, that is going to hurt. That was an expensive win for them. And the one man they probably expected would survive that round with the full HP was the guy who died.
I don't know why he was holding that angle because CD Spawn wasn't watched. That was a very sloppy angle to hold. He could have just played very, very safe because the bomb was planted for him anyways. I don't know why he was out like that. As Amaterasu, however, is going to open things up. Spawn will be taken out of the picture for this round. So the man advantage for Overcome.
I'm sorry, you were saying about Spawn?
Let's not jinx it, right? Let's not jinx it.
Expert analysis, my friends. Expert analysis.
Next level.
MLG.
YOLO. Doritos. 360. Mountain Dew.
No scope.
Actually, I do feel CSGO no scope is more accurate than COD right now.
Yeah, anything's more accurate than COD. Ugh. You shoot like behind you, it'll bounce off something. And
I actually like the Modern Warfare single player games. It's almost like an interactive Hollywood movie, a thriller. Like forget the gameplay. There is no
That's what
gameplay.
it's supposed to be.
Hell.
Quietly making his way onto B. B is clear.
He's gonna be taken down here by Matarazu. Hell. Oh! What? Matarazu should have really heard him. He heard him. He heard him.
I mean, I'm not sure what headphones he's using. Definitely needs those 200s.
Definitely needs 200s. And now
After that, now he's like,
shameless plug-in cap, and that's how we roll.
Like, I need to win this just so I can get those SteelSeries Siberia 200s because I did not hear that guy.
And now Antidote swapping over to the rifle, the M4, and it's gonna be
Same
all.
hold as last time, except this time they seem to know what they're doing.
And this is gonna be very hard indeed. Ow!
Once again, they're making it harder than it should be for themselves.
Matarazu should have had him dead to rights. I don't know why it's taking so long.
There's two of them there. They've got a crossfire set up. He should have peeked earlier.
He misses shots. He's missing his off shots, which is something which is a bad sign, to be very honest, especially when it's shabby and you're going to be facing against Spawn and Antidote.
Buy coming up from MXB here. You think they should have gone for that buy or just ecoed this round? I mean, once again, you know,
it came down to 1v1. So they know the money in Overcome is still very low, which makes sense.
Overcome might not expect any buy at all.
Yep, and we can see the Mac 10 over there on Minato. He's thinking like, oh, this should be full eco. Blackhawk's going to take him down. He's done a little bit of damage on the Buster as well as Blackhawk, however. But now 4v5, 9 advantage with MXB. And here's the thing, every round Overcome's won so far has come down to 1v1s. So the money hasn't been in healthiest states, even though they've won the rounds. And MXB knows this, and that's what they're trying right now, to make sure they win this round, they're going to break the economy. Yeah. Start stringing a few rounds together. So it makes sense, however, Antidote being a little bit too cheeky, but it's gathered information that at least a couple of guys over in mid. They should be careful here. They just got the 5-7. And MXB, they've relinquished mid control. But they should be careful.
Yeah.
And spots him out, and he knows. He's gathering information, but gets caught out in midair. And now the two guys waiting for them. Spawn with the op. He's gonna get the first one. Buster's gonna get taken down. Meanwhile, Spawn knows there's a guy there. Rattles off a shot. He should be careful. He shouldn't get taken down though, but misses a shot. He still has his teammate inside the side though, and Hellranger baiting his teammate out. Spawn misses another one. He should be careful here, but Hellranger shows himself, picks up a double kill, leaving it all down to Baba Biceps, who's down 15 points of health. And a prayer on his lips, and the second he shows himself, Spawn is waiting to decapitate him. And Baba Biceps, what can he possibly do with 25 seconds on the clock? That's what he can do. Rips Hellranger's head off. Now it's a 2v2, 20 seconds on the clock. Still some time to work with, but Spawn will deny him, takes him down 6-3, and the money is broken for Overcome.
I think this, despite Spawn missing that double kill from Hellranger, really helped them hold on to that side and eventually the round. Otherwise, it was all gone. Spawn was looking the wrong way, had missed his shot with the pre-fire, and that could have been costly. And like you mentioned, the teams are evenly matched, as we mentioned in the pre-show, and there's going to be a lot of back and forth. No one's really running away with it. They string together a few rounds, and then the other team comes back. So it's going to be definitely interesting.
And
he's creeping up.
Oh, but Blackhawk blinded. He's gonna get the one kill, and it's gonna be Blackhawk and Antidote. Complete slaughter, a bloodbath, and Overcome that eco round. They're not having much luck in their eco rounds. And I like that. You should not lose against eco rounds. You should not lose your anti-ecos, and I really like the fact that Tech9's it just pissing off. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Now, Overcome, like I said, the money got dismantled so badly that they will have to go for a double eco here. Tech9's Spawn opening things up. Baba Biceps will fall as Overcome. They spread all across the map, trying to like get a pick, pick up a rifle, try and get the bomb down. That's all they're looking for right now. But MXB are well on the way to make it 8-3.
I don't think Overcome here are trying to make too much of this. They know they have that limited buy. There's only so much they can do.
That was stupid. That was stupid from Antidote. That was very stupid from Antidote.
I mean, he changed his name to JK's, so yeah.
JK's a very smart player. That's the thing. Like, you're not living up to your name.
That
was
he changed his name.
That was so stupid, mainly because he had the op. He was all alone. You know they're Nico. You don't just have pistols. Why would he play from that angle? I don't get it. Blackhawk will get taken down, but Spawn is there with his op, and he's not going to make dumb plays. And it's going to be down to Amaterasu with a great flank to see Spawn. But Spawn, with a flex shot for the ages. And that's got to leave it all down to Monster. Just got a Tech 9, but Overcome done a lot of damage, which really shouldn't have happened. And it's going to be Spawn mid-air. He's not missing his shots now, is he?
Well, I think Spawn played a big role making sure they do not lose that, anti-eco round. It could have gone horribly wrong for MXB Gaming, except Spawn came up big, did what he was supposed to do.
And he got a quad kill as well. And
the rest of the squad getting a little careless there, rather. Being sloppy, not checking their corners.
And now it's a buy run coming out from Overcome. They have the op, they have all the utility they need. But again, MXB can see Spawn pushing in into mains with the flashbang there. And I like this sort of play from MXB. Spawn opening it up again, Barbice is taken down. And this is the thing, when you start intimidating your opponents across the map, like peeking in, getting frags, either through mains or squeaky or mid or whatever, it always, you start sowing the seeds of doubt in the enemy. They're like, okay, what can we do? Where are they? What are they doing right now?
Yeah.
And that's the sort of play you need to do on the CD side. And you may have caused quite a few games with Brutality and all these teams. Majority of teams, like even Invincible Wings, even Brutality, if you see the CD side setup, it's just 2-1-2. Or like the same setup for 15 rounds.
Yeah.
And against a half-decent team, you're going to get wrecked. Look at Spawn. He's pushed in all the way to 3 Spawn. And you're just going to line up your one tap. There's another guy there. No, he doesn't, but now he does. Takes him down. And Spawn is just single-handedly dismantling them. Quad kill again. And he picks up the op as well.
Spawn is going ham. And that's what I love about MXP today. They are really shaking things up. Not sticking to, a tried and tested formula. Or something rather dry, if you will. They are going in your face, being aggressive.
And not just stupid aggression, except for 1 or 2 plays I saw, like I said, Antidote making that stupid play over B. Apart from that, even aggression has been pre-planned, tempered aggression.
Exactly.
They have a plan in mind. It's not just rushing in YOLO, It's not the Russian style here. And now MXB, they're going for the retake play here again. Again, I like this play. They know it's going to be Tech 9's armor, so what do? Go for the long distance duels, right? This is such smart play, just such great reads coming out.
Close range with 5 Tech 9s going off at you. You are not coming out of that.
Absolutely. And right now, it's a 5v5. They got a bomb done. Big deal. You got the rifles. You can use utility. Look at them. They got 4 Molotovs still remaining. And you're going to be seeing the Molotovs just raining into the side. You can see that. And they're burning alive. They're all going to burn alive. But Amaterasu and Baba Biceps, however, going to reply back. They're so very low here. And it's going to be down to Monster and Baba Biceps. Baba Biceps with a purity. He's going to find another kill. Not going to get the last kill though. And it's going to be down to Monster. He's inside the side. It's planned for him. And they've done a lot of damage with Antidote spraying through the smoke. I think he saw the traces coming out and using sound and whatnot.
That was a good eco from Okam.
But right now, I don't think it matters how much damage you do to MXB, because look at the money. 2 guys at $10,000, the rest of them over $5,000, and we're a penultimate round of the first half. They can buy up again. They can buy up the next round again, even the losers round. So no matter how much economic damage you deal to MXB right now, it's a little too late. Right now, they need to win rounds. 10-3. Is a rough scoreline, because MXB T side is something which is very tough to play against as well. So and look at this play. Look at this play from MXB. They're just waltzing in. Antidote pushing in from mains. Blackhawk pushing in from mid. He will get taken down though, and he should be careful here. I don't know why. The mistake made there was you aggress in from one side. You don't aggress together.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't aggress from 2 ends together. Because what happens is there's no trade happening, Again, why are you guys aggressing from different angles alone?
If the initial aggression didn't pay off, you should probably fall back, try and salvage whatever's left off the round, and MXB. But at this point, as you said, they have got a lot of rounds in the bank already. 10-3, so maybe they're like, whatever. It's just a round.
But that's a level of complacency I hate seeing from any team. And if MXB, if they lose this map or it comes onto the wire, they're going to be going back and like, yeah, this is the round where we messed up. This round which we had, and we completely whiffed it. And for MXB, here's the thing. What Buster has to do right now is just try and do as much economic damage as he can, because the money is not that great. You get another kill, but Monster will take him down though. And if he got another kill there, that could have been massive, because Overcome's money is not that great. But
it's enough to fully buy.
And now they can fully buy. If they lost like 2 or 3, 3 or maybe 4 members, that could have been a little dicey there. But they do have a lot of money to work with. I wasn't actually paying attention to them cashed it. So pretty decent amount of money. And MXB, again, they will be able to buy pretty comfortably. No Molotovs, however.
They're going to miss the Molotovs. Like, you know, it was super useful in that retake. They flushed them out one by one. And wow, Monster gets the pick on Blackhawk.
That's a very crucial kill. But the two ops are still alive for MXB. Antidote's been having a slightly cold start, I would say. Spawn, however, just off the bat, just hitting those nasty shots. And 10-4.
I think this is a Spawn people know and love. This is the guy with that big reputation who turns up in the big matches, can play in the big league. Not the guy we saw last time.
He's going to get him a Tarasu. They should be careful here. There's a guy on top. But the second they know that Spawn is inside of A, they're going to be rotating all the way back to B. And this is a smart call. Trusting Spawn to hold A alone while Hellranger is going to be helping out Antidote inside of the B bomb site here. And Minato. Oh, Antidote spots out. I think he spotted out the hand there. They're coming in for this play, and he's going to get the first kill. Finds one, looking for more. Now it's a 3v3, and it's just misses the shot. It's going to come peeking out, but gets taken down. Hellranger though, waiting. He's alone now. It's a 1v. Oh, they're going to line up for him! It's a 1v2 and they line up for him. What is this? And Hellranger with a godlike bait play there. They had absolutely no clue.
Great trigger discipline and, you know, Silver no checking corners there.
And Hell waiting for him, but Minato will decapitate him instantly, and he clutches it out. And 10-5 from what looked like an impossible scenario. It looked like it's going to be 12-3 scoreline there.
Absolutely.
But, well, in the end, Minato managing to clutch it out. 10-5, I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough against MXB's T side.
I mean, still remains to be seen. Overcome do seem, you know, to be a little off the pace with this match. I don't know what all their practices or, you know, prep time has been spent doing. The teams were a little pumped out, but Overcome just cannot handle MXB's aggression, their, you know, quote unquote unpredictable plays.
Surprisingly, though, the funny thing about MXB is how unpredictable and aggressive the CD side can be. But the T side is the complete opposite. It's extremely slow, passive, thought out, strategic affairs. It works. The problem is, it works, but sometimes on a T side, you got to go for fast plays. You got to be like, you got to push in fast, take control, just rush in. Like they did in Cobblestone, they're fast B takes.
Yeah. But
they rarely do that in other maps. They rarely do that unless their backs against the wall. They did it in Cobblestone because they really had no option. They had to make plays. But when they have so many rounds in their favor, the big mistake they make is they kind of find comfort in the fact that they're in the lead. So right at 10-5, they have the 5-round lead, but they'll be like, yeah, it's all right, guys. We got the lead. Let's take it slow. We don't need to play aggressively. You know, we just take it one round at a time. What happens there is they leave room for their opponents to get back into the game. That is something which could potentially happen here.
Well, let's see if Overcome can work some magic. Can they overcome the odds? Bring back this map. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on map 1. Soon we're going live with the second half. MXB Gaming versus Overcome. MXB 10-5 in the first half. Can they see out the first map, get the advantage?
It's a map pick. It is a map pick.
I mean, it is. We are looking to crown new FPS Battle champions. Brutality couldn't stay in the tournament to hold on to their title. There's going to be a new champion, MXB or Overcome, fighting for the title and brand new SteelSeries Siberia 200 headsets. 5 seconds, we're off with the second round. How do you see this going?
Well, let's take a look at the buy here. You can see 2 smokes already for MXB. They got Tech 9 Armor on Spawn, who's going to be playing the raid boss role. And for Overcome, they have a smoke on Amaterasu, kit on Baba, a couple of flashbangs. And it's going to come down to the duels here. MXB have a plan. They're going to be going for the A flank. You can see 2 guys boosted up already, and 3 guys coming in from main. C4 is going to be coming in from mains as well. They're actually waiting for, I think C4's coming in from mid actually, which can be risky. If they get picked off at mid, the C4's going to be in no man's land. They're waiting passively for the aggression from Overcome, and you can see Overcome, come on, Minato, just taking the fights here. And MXB changing plans. They're going to be coming fast into B, but Minato just tapping away and tapping away. Buster Spawn's going to fall. He's looking for more. Miwa Baba finds going to find Blackhawk. Hellranger duking it out at mid. And he's going to get out of there before they peek him. They're going to peek him, but he somehow survives. It's going to be shabby to ending Antidote.
Have a 5th headshot.
And it's all down to Hellranger. And this time he will not clutch it. And Overcome with a flawless flawless round there. I think we're seeing the
previous round replay. Come on, production.
Production, get a shit together. We're kind of nasty, aren't we?
I mean, you mess up, we're gonna be on your case all night. I think that's what Ocam needed to probably kickstart things for them. And
MXB with the pistol armor buy, no surprises, didn't get the bomb. Now they didn't even get a single kill, so they really don't have much to work with. They have 3 smokes, so setting up for the A play here, and they have to deal with Amaterasu in the A bomb side. Like I said, this guy, if he goes off, can be an absolute beast, especially on the CD side. Really love watching him play, but still, 4 rounds. That's not that many rounds, by the way.
Yeah, I mean. If they win this one, they've got 2 ecos back to back, which should be rounds in the bag.
No, I think they'll just have 1 eco after this. But if they win the round where MXB will be on the bye, that could be massive.
That could be brutal.
Yeah, and they could easily make it 10-10 very comfortably. And Monster's finally going to get a kill on the Hellway. They're tapping on the Tech 9, and the Tech 9 not able to land the kill. Shabby will come and antidote and overcome, winning another round. No bomb being planted. MXB will be forced to go for a full eco here. So overcome with a great chance to make it 10-8. And if they win the bye round from MXB, 10-9, MXB will be eco 10-10. And from there is anyone's game. MXB, they really kind of messed it up in the last few rounds of their CD side, where they just aggressed in a little bit too much there.
I mean, like we said, that is going to be a close contest. The great back and forth, the teams are evenly matched up, and they're going to rush in to B, and they're just going to get slaughtered there. Baba biceps coming up big. Bombs down.
Yeah, not a chance in hell.
Antidote is miles away. They know he's up here.
Not a chance in hell.
He's going to get destroyed the second he peeks. And they turn around.
What is this? Why would you guys know that? But Shabby will find him. No trouble whatsoever. They will be able to pick up the fallen M4 as well. 10-8 now. MXB. AK's out. This round is going to be very crucial. Because for MXB especially, if they lose this, they're going to go for another eco. Yep. Overcome though, even if they lose this round, they do have the money. They have the money, but it's going to be very shabby buy indeed. It'll just be mostly, you know, FAMASs, UMPs, maybe 1 M4 in the mix. They won't see any ops coming out. So this is going to be a very crucial round indeed for both the teams. For MXB, to lose this round, they're in a full eco. If Overcome loses this round, they have to decide whether do we eco or do we go for a forced buy. So very crucial round in the middle of the match here. And Overcome.
I think one of the great things MXB did on their CT side is be unpredictable. Rush in from different sides, be aggressive, something which Overcome could not predict. You know, whether it was A mains, whether it was mid, whether it was going up, you know, into B mains, where they would come out from.
And if you see how Overcome are playing, like mentally, right? They're all. If you just look at the overlay map on the top left corner, you can see everyone is playing passively. There's no one is aggressed mains. There's no one is aggressed into squeaky. No one's aggressed into mid. There's this line. You can draw a line to all the CTs. They're all playing very passively.
They're giving MXB the space to work whatever they want to.
The thing is, they're going to rely completely on one thing. That's landing the shots.
Yeah.
Because the second they give up control of the site, they're going to get wrecked. And Antidote's going to open things up with his own version of wrecking. And look at Shabby though, going for the plays. They're peeking through the smoke. This is huge play from Shabby. He's going to find one. Is he going to get a second kill? No, he won Blackhawk will trade immediately. And there's a problem. He had to go for that play. I really got to blame him for that. Nate comes in a little too late. Does a lot of damage to Spawn though, but they will get the bomb down. 4v2 now. Retake time.
I mean, that's exactly what happened. They gave MXB too much space to work with.
And Spawn taking heads, asking no questions. Triple kill for him. And that's exactly the sort of play. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. When you have no map control, if you're playing so deep in the site, the second they take over the site, it's over. It's going to be a 3v2 or a 4v2 retake in favor of your opponents. Unless you get like 2 or 3 kills. But with the smokes there and with Spawn kills, getting shots like that, it's not going to be easy. And like I said, Overcome, they had to decide, do we eco, do we force buy? They decided to eco, just a few upgraded pistols. And just like that, MXB are back into the game again.
MXB as CTs, they were dictating the play. They were forcing Overcome into certain sides, pushing them back, not letting them do, and this aggressive push comes out, they get the trade, but is that one gun going to be enough to change it around in that game?
Just like the Lil and Amaterasu gets one there. a little bit too late, and meanwhile, Valbais is aggressing in from behind. He gets another one. Now it's a 2v2. We do have a disconnect coming in for Overcome. It's kind of unfortunate, but the bomb will get planted.
Now the question is, was the disconnect before the action started?
I don't think so, because they're still playing for it, and Overcome will be like, yeah, it's all right, man, because they'll be like, hey, we got the damage. Anyways, I think it happened a little late there, so we should be seeing a pause coming in. I don't think we'll be having. Yeah, I don't think it's. They're going to be replaying the round. Both of them taking it very slow. Overcome, feeling like they have a chance to go for this. They don't have a kit though, so they're going to go for a play. They got to go for a play real quickly here. They have the one flashbang on Shabby, but they're not going to be checking here, and it's going to be. Oh, Shabby with a great shot onto Spawn, switching over to the 5-7, and he's hunting down the guy, and he's going to get the kill as well, but no time remaining. And it is going to be the round for MXB, but so much of damage being dealt out by Overcome there. And the one taps from Shabby, and just hunting down Antidote. Antidote had 100 points of health, but not able to get a single bullet in. But a little bit too late, no kits. MXB will make it 12-8, as we do have the player joining back for Overcome. It was an eco round, bear that in mind, so they will be, of course, able to buy up. But crucial round right now. They... if they lose this round, again, the money will be a little dire. They will be able to buy, but again, won't be able to buy what they would like to buy. So MXB slowly marching on here. Oh, and Minato just running in.
Unfortunate.
The smoke too late. A Shab Spawn again with another kill through the smoke. Hello, how do you do? Goodbye. Get wrecked. Yeah, what?
Spawn completely shutting down Overcome there.
When it started to hit shots like that, when luck is going away like that, there's nothing much you can do. But Shabby replying back with a frag of his own onto Antidote, and the bomb has been dropped in mains. What was Antidote? Oh, I think that was Buster doing alone with the C4. That was just a massive misplay there.
Well, the question is, does he know there's a guy there, or is he just covering his angle?
They're doing it smart. So this is the thing, you got a C4 drop, you don't want all of your members to cluster on the C4.
Exactly.
Because you can get, swarmed from all sides. So they're taking it, trying to get some map control. But this, again, I'm not a big fan of this. All three of them are close to the C4 right now. That's not how we want to play it. Now Hellranger, he's got a Mitrasu marking his direction. He's got another guy. He needs a flashbang to go in here, but he knows that they're marking him. He's waiting for his teammates to inch in. They got 30 seconds on the clock. He's going to go for the play here. He's going to flash his way in, but he's going to be Shabby taking down Hellranger. Now, they've been spotted up. Balbais is going to get the kill all down to Spawn here. 20 seconds on the clock. He's going to find 3. He won't find none. It's going to be Balbais with the double kill in the end there. And around it, MXB, I thought, really had in their pockets. And you can see Spawn. Last parting shot. Does he get it? I think it does.
Yep.
Yep, he does just before the switch. Great observing. Great observing. And from a 3v5 to winning it, not losing any more members, that's a great play from Overcome. And MXB, I felt, took a little too long there to gather up. I know they were trying to be very methodical, checking the angles and everything.
They didn't take advantage of that early double frag mid.
Not at all. And the C4, Buster getting caught up with C4 was absolutely stupid. And Amaterasu somehow surviving for so long, but Antidote doesn't care. He's going to get the running kill onto Monster. It's going to be Amaterasu staying alive. One kill. He's going to get another one, but Hellranger alone now in a 1v3. Picks up the AK, but Minato will decapitate him. And it's now 12-10 here. Amaterasu with the little crazy spray there. He tries to reset his spray, but the spraying mechanics have changed with the tapping updates.
What's it called? Second shot? No. Yeah, I think it's called the second shot update or something.
Yeah, so now when you tap, your accuracy is much better.
Yeah,
when you tap,
the penalty has been
reduced. The inaccuracy penalty is reduced.
They want you to tap, not spray.
But when you spray, however, it just goes haywire. It just goes crazy.
Because it got to a point where I could decently spray at medium range. And that's when you know something's wrong.
That's Alright then, Kev.
So, Overcome making their way back into the game. MXB with an okay-ish buy, making sure they have some utility, not just guns.
Yep. And that's very important. Like if you see like matchmaking or some of the lesser teams play, they prioritize buying the rifle and armor before the utility.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, all right, we got 5 AKs and 5 armors.
Yeah.
And we have
That's
one
enough.
and we have one flashbang. What
Yeah.
are they gonna do with that? They're gonna come and they're like, yeah, we're gonna get headshots, and they walk into the blender and they get completely dismantled. And meanwhile, Antidote is dropping in from the heavens, dealing death from above. Minato will get taken down. 4v5 man advantage with MXB. And that's not the start they wanted.
They don't see the guy coming up from highway. He's just rushed into sight.
But Monster is going to get the kill onto Buster. Hellranger replying back with a frag of his own. The double P coming on. Monster's going to get another kill, but he's going to get taken down. And it's going to be Shabby. Misses an easy shot there. Rosso, however, will have no trouble lighting them up. And it's all on Hellranger, but Shabby up close and personal. Kisses them good night. And 12 to 11 overcome. One round away from tying things up. And MXB will be forced to go for an eco here.
So we are probably looking at 12-12. A close match, an exciting match. Remember guys, there are giveaways for you in chat. Be active, react to whatever's happening, tell your friends. The FPS Battle final, MXB versus Overcome, powered by SteelSeries. And we've gone for an A train. There's only 2 men at A, 1 in fact. The other is at highway.
Ross is going to go big. He's going to find one, and Flash is raining out. He's blinded, but he's inside his side. He's got his teammate. That's Monster waiting for him if required. And MXB, they got nothing. They got nothing to work with. Just pistols and just try and get the bomb down. Amaterasu, however, just gonna tap away everyone. Amaterasu with the quad kill, and MXB like little lost puppies running around. They were completely lost there. They really didn't know what to do.
Again, the one thing you've said time and again about Indian teams, getting complacent. They managed all those rounds in the first half, and then they just took their foot off the pedal. That's not what you want to do. You give a team that is similarly matched a bit of breathing room, and they can run away with it.
Absolutely. And look at the scores now. Scores are tied. Overcome bringing it back from what at one point looked like a very dire scoreline.
Exactly. I mean, we weren't expecting Overcome to make anything of this map.
I think it was 9-2 or something at one point there. And now Baba is peeking out. He's going to get the first kill. Not traded out. He's going to run through the flames. He doesn't care. He's going to get out of there. And he will...
I mean, it's smart. I'd rather take, 40 damage or whatever through flames than die.
They'll probably get traded.
Yeah.
So, little funny there, but they will get a bad advantage.
Yeah, but it saves, they've got the man. They've got all his utility to work with. So, he can just hold off from a corner. He doesn't need to get in the thick of things anymore. That is extremely smart play, not going for the double peak.
And also the fact that...
I know that's what I would have done.
You probably would have. And also the fact that they're actually aggressing, they're actually making plays, and now MXB are on the back foot. They're like, okay, what's happening right now? Biceps hears this
Look,
stuff.
once again, he's alive. That utility. This would not have happened had he double peaked and been traded. Invaluable.
And
being smart, playing smart.
And MXB, I don't know what they did. They're like just going in one by one, like sheep to the slaughter. And right now, the 2 guys in the side. There's 1 guy in CD spawn. 35 seconds on the clock. MXB, they got to make up their mind. What are they going to do here? There's Blackhawk slowly inching out. Spawns the first guy, but Barbices will have no trouble dismantling him. And it's all down to the last 2 members, Spawn and Antidote. And they will fall back. They can't afford to lose his weapons anymore. They are... The money's kind of messed up, and Overcome in the lead here. Look at Monster coming in. He's gonna get... Oh, almost gets a kill though, but they're gonna hunt him down now, and Barbices is gonna get the kill. And now they're looking for Spawn. Spawn alone.
Is Barbices on an ace?
He is on an ace.
I mean, this is his round. He's just gonna be like... They're gonna bait for him. They're gonna be like, yeah, go get the kill. And I think that was all Baba Biceps that round, playing smart.
Playing very smart, aggressing in, picking them apart one by one, and now Overcome in the lead. 1 run ahead of MXB, and MXB...
How did this happen?
Well,
alright guys, just for this comeback, why don't you hit the like button? Let's get to 50 likes. We'll drop a Steam wallet code for you in chat. 1 lucky winner is gonna get a Steam wallet code. Get us to 50 likes. There's 100 of you watching. Let's do this. Overcome comeback hype.
Overcome comeback hype. And the mistake is not that Overcome not taking anything away. They had a stellar CD side. But the thing with MXB are, those few rounds they gave away near the end of their CD side, yeah, that, like I said, it can come and bite you in the back. That's exactly what happened. Some of the aggression they were coming in was so, like 3 guys pushing in from all parts of the map, just random aggression. It doesn't work. And those 1-2 rounds you give away can and most probably will hurt you later in the game.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're seeing here, ladies and
Every
gentlemen.
round is important. You give the other team space and it can snowball. You don't want to take that chance. That's the difference between, unfortunately, that's the difference between pro teams and most Indian teams. pro teams are going to be like, they're not going to write off a single round.
Absolutely not. Except if, you know, they're playing against a very much lesser team. Like,
I mean, yeah, if you're 15-0 and you're
like Fnatic, for example, if you put an indie team against Fnatic, trust me, they're going to probably play only with pistols and still wreck you 16-0.
Yeah, but that's Fnatic.
That's
right?
Fnatic.
This is two level teams.
Ooh, but Spawn gets a first kill and Antidote almost gets taken down. Amaterasu coming in, but Spawn's waiting for him, and a flick shot from Shabby, not able to land it, however. And it's going to be the last man left alive, Shabby. He's trapped here, and Buster just dancing with that. And Shabby, someone's still alive. How is he still alive? How is he still alive?
Knife.
No.
Is that going to be? Aww.
Because
I'm pretty sure they were working the knife.
I don't think so, and I'll tell you why. They don't really have the luxury of losing weapons right now.
Fair enough.
True. So, 13-13. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting how to English here, but MXB will claw back again, and now it's 13-13 all. I mean, anyone's game here. Overcome, of course, will buy, but look at the money.
Shades of the final match from the last game, MXB versus Brutality. A lot of back and forth on Cobblestone. We did talk about this being a close affair between the two teams, and I mean, that's what we want, exciting Counter-Strike.
Shabby opening things up, gonna get the first kill here, but he's gonna get another one. Great shot from Shabby. Shabby stepping up here, and he's gonna get another one on the Blackhawk. Meanwhile, Bauweiss is gonna shut down Spawn, takes on Hellranger, and Overcome give it back to MXB with a bang, just dismantling them.
Great job, Observer. I mean...
And I don't know what MXB are doing. They're barely any utility. They didn't use a flash. They're just running in dry. You're gonna get punished if you do that. What the fuck are they doing? I'm sorry, but what the fuck are they doing?
Again, you know, getting careless, getting carried away. Hey, you know, we won a round. We're back in this. Let's do whatever we want.
They're getting a little carried away. I mean, it worked. Even the round they won wasn't a YOLO play. And now look at Monster. He's trying to use a smoke, and he spots out Spawn. There's another guy close by though. And he's gonna fall back.
That's smart. He didn't stick around to try and, you know, get another peek at the guy. He's like, I tried, it didn't work. Let's move back. Let's play it safe.
Let's see what MXB are gonna do here. They do have a C4 making its way over to the A bomb side through mains. They have a guy that's actively lurking. Nice ball on the top that's gonna prevent any early push from MXB, but the guys from main are just gonna come charging out. They have a guy who's on top. Double Buster is gonna decapitate him. There's another guy in the side coming through. Ross is not gonna get another kill. He will get taken down, leaving Minato duking it over and with Antidote, but Antidote will get the kill, leaving Shabby alone now in a 1v4, trying to hold on to his AWP. As MXB will again bring it back, and like I said earlier, it's a street fight. It's both the teams taking turns, just taking rounds off each other.
We expected Cobblestone to be the street fight, not every map. Yes, we said it would be close, but this is ridiculous. They're throwing rounds. They're being careless. They're not being outplayed here. I'll be honest. At least from where I'm sitting, no one's being outplayed. They're both being careless whenever they're losing rounds.
Absolutely. And Overcome, here's the thing. That aggression they had earlier, a couple of rounds, now they're not doing it. They're like, oh shit, you know, we have the lead right now. Let's play it slow. No, take the fight to them. You know, what are you guys doing at MXB? I don't know why they're losing so many weapons. They're waiting and Shabby, you can't do this. Oh,
the dream is over. He did a lot of damage. That's what's you know, gone wrong. He did so much damage while they were just hunting them, and that is going to hurt their economy going to this round. Yes, it is 14-14, but they're going to be hard pressed for money. They would have been better off saving that armor and 3 guns.
True, absolutely. And if you look at the buy here, 2 ops for Overcome.
Yeah, but look at that. No utility on MXB. Why? Because they went hunting.
Absolutely. I don't get this. I sometimes really don't get this now. Amaterasu with the op. Like I said, it's Amaterasu and Shabby who wield the op. But Spawn will open it up. Minato will go down, who was a hero of quite a few rounds for Overcome. This is coming down to the wire here. Monster is going to reply back, taking down Spawn. Now a 4v4. And whenever it's a 4v4 in a map like Cash, it's advantage to the terrorists because the CT defense is going to be spread out.
Yeah.
And now they have only just one guy in the side. It's going to be Power Biceps, who has been a rock in the B bomb side.
I mean, he's done a great job. He's played smart. Not just landed his shot, played with his brains. Thought about what to do instead of just going in YOLO. Except there is the B play coming in. I don't know whether he can hold off against 4 guys all coming in at once.
If they come in real quickly here, it's going to be very hard. Need a nice smoke, perfect smoke for CD Spawn, and they're going to come charging in here. They have smoked off the heavens is the question. Bob Vice is going to get double peaked, I'm sorry, and a nice smoke as well. It's a tiny little gap, but they're not going to go through that. Shabby will be impotent with his op in heaven for a while here. 4v3 bomb is planted for checkers as well for below the vents. And this is going to be a tricky retake. But 3v4, still very much possible for the series to go for this retake. The nade doing a little bit of damage and Overcome deciding, nope, we're going to fight for overtime. They know this. And Buster trying to take away as many guns as he can here. But the two ops, these two ops could be massive going into the final round here of the potential final round, I would say. At least the final round in regulation time. Can Overcome take it to overtime is the question.
I mean, they have come back to make something of this. They're still, once again, they're making it expensive for MXB. I don't know why MXB are doing this. They had no utility this round. They got lucky. There was just the one man at B. If there was another, there was no way they were getting through.
They did get two AK saved, and two of the guys have $5,000. So, okay, it works. But I'm assuming there'll be one guy wielding a Galil here. Oh, AWP coming out. That's curious.
GG analysis. But then we do get... What is happening?
No, just swapping weapons. They're swapping weapons. But 3 Galils, right? And the AWP. I'm very curious. Why are they going for the AWP now? When you know your enemy has 2 AWPs, it's the last round, the rest of them won't have much money. You actually want to buy up the rifles and just, you know, use the smokes and utilities and just rush in. Use the smokes and the molotovs and the flashes to try and force the AWPs back, make them impotent. And the other guys, they have just pistols. You can just easily take them down with the rifles. And
going by how this half has gone for MXB, the slow plays, these thought out plays that they've tried haven't really worked out. It's when they've just rushed onto site with the smoke and the flash. They've managed to do a lot of damage, get the bomb down.
I think it's mainly because of Overcome not having a good CD side rather than anything special, to be honest. Like, it shouldn't really work out. Like, when you're not supposed to run in blind to a site. Overcome did it against MXB. They got dismantled because of that. So wall smoke coming out over in mid. Hellranger's made his made. This is a great position from Hellranger, but he's gonna show himself. So that's the thing.
Look at this time. They've got the 4 people in and around B.
Still got 48 seconds on the clock. It's a full B stack. There's no one in it. But look at Hellranger coming in from Z. He's going to find one. And now Buster going to get another kill. They know where Shabby is. They don't need to peek. They just need to use the smoke they have. One smoke they have.
The bomb. It's gone back.
No, it's coming back
now
over to B.
Back.
I don't know what's happening, to be honest. And Minato coming in, just dropping in like a bat out of hell. Takes down Antidote. Oh! If only he went for the wall bang there. And now it's all on a Shabby and Monster. They got some guns. They got the AWP. And Shabby flashing himself. NA flash there. Monster will be spotted out by Spawn. It tags him as well, down to 42 points of health. This is going to be very rough indeed. 2v3, bomb planted. Potential last round of the first map here. And they're lining up the Molotov. Hellranger can get burnt alive here.
They can take time.
And it's not going to touch him. It's not going to touch him. They need to go for this. He's been taking away for a while, and the Monster's going to find Spawn. So that's one guy down. 2v2 here. Hellranger's bleeding internally. They can take him down if they want to, as he's going to be Buster all alone now. Can he clutch his out though? He's going to get the first kill, and he's going to get a second one. Yes, he will. 16 to 14, coming down to a 2v1. And it is going to be MXB Gaming winning their map pick. But what a phenomenal map that was. 16 to 14. Absolutely brilliant game. Overcome with a tremendous comeback in the end there.
After the end of the first half, it didn't look like Overcome were going to keep up with MXB's pace, but they came back. They showed us how they deserve to be in the final. They did take down Invisible Wings, and they're here with a point to prove they're like, we're just as good. We are just as entitled to win this championship.
Absolutely. So the fact is, even though it was MXB's map pick, it went to 16-14. So now it's Mirage. It's Overcome's map pick.
I mean, it's going to be interesting to say the least.
Anything could happen. Anything could happen at all. So we're just waiting for the teams to ready up. In the meantime, guys, we're just going to cut to a very quick ad break. You guys can follow us on...
Let's see if we can get you some highlights.
Yeah, some highlight reels as well. And you guys can actually follow us on our Twitter as well. Captain Arya and Unofficial Play. I think it should show over here. Production, do your shit.
Do your thing. Do your thing. There's a fancy thing.
Oh, there. Fancy as... That glitched out. That was real. I don't think anyone read that. I don't think anyone read that, by the way. It came for a second and disappeared. There we go. Much better. You guys can follow us on our Twitter channel as well if you guys like the cast. And yeah, we're going to be having a small highlight reel and a small ad break, and we'll be back with map number 2, Mirage. I hope to see as close a game as we saw right now.
Absolutely. And I hope we go to 3 maps. This is entertaining Counter-Strike. I'm enjoying it. I hope you guys are as well, and there's tons of giveaways. So hope for 3 games, more giveaways. We'll see you in a bit. back to the NVIDIA FPS Battle final. MXB versus Overcome. MXB taking the first round in this best of 3. Now on to Mirage. We are ready for the knife round. We're going to take you in game. So then, how are we looking here? I mean, that sums it up. GG.
Well, that was quick, but Overcome winning the knife round on their map pick. Bear in mind, MXB won their map pick 16-14. This is the Overcome's map pick. It's gonna be very close. Like I said, I think we're really gonna be seeing a third map here. Both the teams extremely closely matched with each other. And MXB, I would like to see lesser sloppy plays because they tend to always. The T side, especially on Mirage, is a lot for them. I mean, I want to ask a lot of them because I remember when they played against Brutality as well. They weren't that great on their T side. It was on the CD side when they all started waking up and shutting things down. So it's going to be Overcome winning the knife round. I think they should be starting the CD side. No, they will opt to start on the T side, which is a little surprising. Because MXB's CD side on Mirage is something which is always something I like watching, the way he shut things down, like how they played Cash as well, pushing in from all angles, making their opponents, kind of second guess themselves, trying to decide where are they going to be peeking in from. So, we started CD side. I think they should be pretty happy with this, considering that they usually always like starting CD side. Overcome on the T side here of Mirage. Let's see what they do have in store for us. It's going to be an A play coming out here, and Buster already aggressing in. Oh, this is surprising. Buster's going to capture the first guy, taps away the man, and it's going to be Blackhawk helping me out, taking down Shabby. Not going to come charging. Amithrossu, 1 kill, but the 2 guys still inside there. Minato's going to duke it out with the antidote. He's going to get the kill. Blackhawk falling away. He might get stuck here. They're going to hunt him down, but the flashbang comes in. He's going to get a kill on Minato, leaving Monster alone. He's got a C4, but it's trapped here between a rock and a very hard place. He's going to get 1 kill, and Spawn is hunting him down. And Spawn just needs to stay alive, waiting for his team to come in. But Minato with a great kill of Hell Ranger. Now it's a 1v1. What the hell is happening? Spawn will catch him up. Minato gets stuck in the wall. He gets stuck in the wall.
I mean, I am pretty sure he just threw his monitor out the window. That is probably the worst thing could have happened.
Oh, he almost got out of there.
I mean, he did an amazing job to pull that back for his team, but oh my god, that was not how he wanted it to end. That was unfortunate.
Unfortunate to say the least. And MXB, they will win it. Overcome did not get the bomb down, so they will be forcing it up here. Tech-9's a Deagle and a P250, a decent sum of utility as well. They're going to be going for this A player. A execute coming out. Hellranger should be careful. I think they heard him come out here. And if he doesn't need to smoke fast, he's going to get pre-fired around the corner with a Tech-9. The 3 guys, in fact, playing. Hellranger's kind of alone, though. Quite a little distance away from his teammates. And if the smokes come in, he's going to be far away. He's going to be able to swap out, but not able to swap his weapon in time. And it's going to be the kill going the way of Amaterasu, but MXB replying back real quickly. 3 quick kills in succession, leaving Baba Biceps and Shabby in a 2v4. They got a Deagle, but they have a Molotov, but they have nothing else here. And Buster going for the duel, not trying to take down the guy who was going for the C4 plant. So Overcome will get the bomb down, but it will be an eco round coming out after this. Again, might be seeing some graded pistols coming out. And MXB winning it in the end very comfortably, just losing 1 man in the process. That is Hell Ranger.
I think Overcome once again off to a rather slow start. It's like they need to wake up every time a map starts. Same thing we saw before, and it looks like they're gonna need a boot up the backside before they start picking up a few rounds. Alright, we're looking at a B train this time. Just the Deagle and Tech-9, a couple of flashes, P250s. Bit slow for the
The nade comes in a little bit too deep though, but Spawn is there. He's gonna get taken out by Monster. Close range with Hell Ranger with a FAMAS. Picks up a quick triple kill. Swaps over the P2000. That was too quick indeed. Picks up the quad kill. Pretty comfortable anti-eco round there. And Spawn, a little unlucky there to get taken down. But it's gonna be 3-0 for MXB, and they are building up some pretty decent economy here. Only thing is they really shouldn't get carried away. I see the nade a little too late.
Yeah, and I didn't see any of the flashes come out. They bought them, they bought the pistols, and but just ran through.
I mean, it's an eco round anyways. But Overcome now. AK-47s on everyone. No AWP, however, on Shabby. Antidote just marking the angle with the op. Very default position. Surprised to see no smokes yet from Overcome over in mid. Probably trying to go for a late peek in mid. And JK should be careful here. He has his teammate marking. No, there was no one marking him there from Connected. It was very risky. Buster, meanwhile, pushing in all the way through Palace, picking off Monster. And he's got a man advantage. That's what I'm talking about. He's pushing in, peeking and prodding, catching a terrorist off guard. And now they have the man advantage. MXB shouldn't overextend now. Just need to play it safe. It's a very heavy mid presence coming in from the terrorists. They got 3 guys pushing in mid into short. Amaterasu leading the way.
I mean, MXB picking up straight where they left off. City side on the previous map, being aggressive, being unpredictable, not letting Overcome settle or get comfortable, you know, not giving Overcome the chance to dictate the play, throwing out whatever plans they had.
But look at what Amaterasu is. This is a great flank. He's coming to jungle, and Hellraiser, I think he has an inkling here.
He does expect.
Oh, he hasn't spotted out, but JKS, that is Antidote, I'm sorry, will spot him out, takes him down.
I think they heard him.
I think they had an inkling that he would be coming in here. It's going to be an A play, but Blackhawk's put himself in a nice position right behind Firebox. And he's got Buster as well inside of Palace still there. They're going to get completely massacred here. They're not going to check the side as Antidote is going to get the first kill. Blackhawk hasn't showed himself yet, but Hellraiser doesn't need any help. He's going to get taken down by Minato from behind. Blackhawk taking him down. And again, MXB winning a round without just losing a single man. Look at the money. It's looking very, very good right now for MXB. And Overcome, once again, will be forced to go for an eco here.
I mean, but remember, Overcome did come back before. They did make it close. They didn't let MXB run away with things too far. MXB do tend to take their foot off the pedal and, you know, sort of take it easy, get complacent. And, you know, they start to think, we have enough rounds, let's play easy, let's not throw it away. And that's exactly what they shouldn't have done. And
they're just gonna come right into the nades there, but Hellraiser taking a while to get the 3rd kill. He will find a kill, and a Molotov is going to prevent anyone from pushing in. Finally, they're going to push in, but Hellraiser will have the time to go for the reload. Antidote doesn't know this, but Hellraiser is just trying to stay alive. They're doing a lot of damage. His boss is going to come and help him out. Last but left alive is going to be Amaterasu, and Hellraiser will have no trouble taking him down. Again, another round for MXB. Again, losing just 1 man, and this is looking very, very good indeed. But then again, Casa's curse can come and strike at any moment.
I mean, Overcome was really well placed there for that B push through apartments. They had the pistols, they had the flashes. But if I'm not mistaken, that was a double Molotov there that held them back. And the team got split up and massacred.
And a perfect nade as well from Hell.
Oh yeah,
great use of utility. And now
you got the mid push coming up. 3 of them mid, 1 going apart, and 1 just staying back.
I like this. I like this play. They haven't done this yet before, but Spawn is going to pick off Minato. And Spawn took him down from underpass as well. 2 guys. Spawn's there. 2 ops looking their direction. This is not going to be comfortable. Spawn's going to get out of there though.
I mean, this is what you said we can expect from MXB on this map with the double op setup. 2 capable oppers.
2 very capable oppers.
Being aggressive, being unpredictable, getting in their face.
And landing those nasty shots as well. And that's, like I said, a map like Mirage, that's what I was talking about Mirage earlier. If Mirage was picked while it is over... Oh, look at Blackhawk there. Look at him. Look at him. Just walking in shabby. Had no clue. Caught his pants down.
Again.
Man. Baba says, however, will get 1 for his team. Still man advantage with MXB with 50 seconds.
Still doable.
Still doable. Hellraiser should be careful. Doesn't need to get caught out here. He's got a flash. Bang! And he's gonna get out of there. Oh, great shot from Bob Biceps on the Spawn. But Antidote replying back. Gets another one on the monster. Peeking out again. And Amaterasu alone in underpass. And I think they have an idea where he's coming from. Hell did spot him out earlier. And JKS is jumping around, Marioing around, and Buster has been spotted by Amaterasu. But Buster's going to peek out wide, spots him out, and he will decapitate him. MXB 6-0 up. What is happening right now?
I mean, Overcome just don't know what to do. MXB doing what they, did previously on CT, being aggressive, not giving Overcome the space to work. Whatever strats they may have up their sleeves. Saying, hey, you have plans, screw them.
Yeah, like when 2 of your players die before you even toss out a single smoke or a flash, your plan's going to crumble. Now you start to need adapting. And MXB just not giving them any breathing room whatsoever. So Overcome will be able to buy, but have a scout and shabby. It just goes to show how the Rocket's looking right now. The nade, perfectly timed. Amaterasu gets a kill and survives on 1
HP. Wow.
That's
it's like his leg got shot off. And he's hobbling.
I remember playing, I think it was, damn it, why can't I get the name? Tom Clancy,
Division? Rainbow Six.
The old Rainbow Six.
Yeah.
Like I think the first
It
and
was so
second
called
one.
it.
Where he started hobbling, the second gets shot.
Oh.
And I'm like, wow, rough. And Spawn with the boost is gonna continue to spray. Should be careful. They're gonna get spotted by 3 members, but will drop back and survive. But he has
invaluable damage done.
And he's got information as well. And they know where they're coming in from. But Monster with a great shot on Blackhawk, and Spawn trying to use the corner, gonna peek out.
Pushes through smoke. You know, something they probably weren't expecting.
This is great work from MXB. They're being unpredictable. Buster hasn't spotted up, but Shabby will get decapitated immediately. They're trying to get the bomb down here. Molotov's going to be coming in. And 2 guys from CD 3v3, but all of them
Look
so
at that Molotov, doing great. They knew where it was being planted. They, you know, forced him to stick around.
But Monster was like somehow staying. Look at the health on Overcome. A great shot from Monster. Spots the head, takes it off. But Spawn replying back, and they waited for Spawn to come in from behind. They're gonna get 1 more kill, but the bomb is planted. They can somehow try sticking this though. They know where they are, but they gotta go for the kills here. And it's gonna be Spawn. This fight on Minato. Gets the kill on Amaterasu, and Spawn with a massive quad kill that round. And Hellranger will go for the defuse 6-7 to 0.
I mean, Ocam just can't get a break here. They did well to get the side, to get the plant down. That great shot from Monster onto Buster, giving them that extra breathing room with the man advantage. But
Spawn doing great work. He came in for the flank from T-Spawn. He got the 2 kills, and he gets his AWP, and Antidote has his AWP as well. 7-0 and Overcome. I mean, they're doing worse in Brazil right now. They need to get at least 1 more round to.
I have no idea what's rumbling. Maybe the world's ending.
We're hearing some sound here. Like,
I think there's a car on the roof.
no, that's Vanami's bike.
Oh, god damn it!
So Vanami has a bike, and we were like, what's that rumbling sound? Is that an earthquake? And I'm like, that's Vanami's bike. I like how everyone in the neighborhood just looks at its office, and they're like, they see this super bike and a Harley Davidson parked outside, and they're like, yeah, these guys are doing drugs. And now, why would he do this? Why would he do this? He's gonna walk up, and he's gonna get the kill. Actually, Blackhawk's gonna get the kill. Swaps over to the AK-47. Look at the health of the Antidote, and a Molotov pushing him out. But JKS, that is Antidote, gets the 1 kill, but gets taken down by Biceps. And Shabby is gonna find Buster as well. Now a 3v2, doing great work, bringing it back from what looked like a very rough situation for Overcome. But Shabby,
I mean, it looked like another lost round for Overcome, but that double pick.
and Spawn picking off Biceps, and Hellranger comes in from behind. Nothing, absolutely nothing going the way of Overcome right now. This is looking quite dire. It's their map pick.
I mean, they did a great job, you know, with that last ditch comeback on MXB's map, except you'd expect them to do better here.
On their map pick.
Yeah. I mean, sure, if things aren't going your way, but at least get some rounds on the board. At this point, Ocam are just being sloppy. They're getting, you know, they can't cope up with MXB's aggression on CT side once again. I mean, shades of what happened between Brutality and MXB to begin with. Brutality were being aggressive, MXB were just like, hey, what do we do? And MXB's like, hey, we can do that too.
Exactly what's happening right now. Overcome, they, again, decision time. Because right now they're going to be feeling a little desperate. They're going, okay, guys, let's force it up. But knowing Amaterasu, they're knowing Amaterasu, I think he'll be like, you know, it's alright, just buy some pistol armor. Right now it's max money bonus. It's been max money bonus for a while right now. Buy Tech 9 armor, go for the smokes and flashes. And they almost got around, I think.
And we've got a timeout coming out because Overcome are really like, hey,
yeah, they need to talk
what's happening?
Exactly.
What's
so
happening?
Tech 9 armor coming out. They know they're going to get $3,400 anyways the next round, even if they lose this one. So they have 5 smokes, 2 flashes. They're going to execute into one of the sites. They are going to try and get the bomb down at the very least. And then they're going to go for the full buy after that. But MXB, they have a great chance to make it 9-0. That's a massive, massive start for Hellranger and his men.
I think MXB definitely went back to the drawing board and worked on the mistakes they made against Brutality, because I do see a lot of improvement in how the team is going about holding on to sites. They're not just being passive, whether it is on CT side or T side. They are being aggressive. Yes, they've been sloppy at times, but there is definitely a change in attitude on how they're approaching, you know, the game.
Yeah, I like how MXB kind of like, you know, tighten the screws. It's like, all right, you took us to the limit there on our map pick. Now let's see what you guys can do against our on Mirage. Which is why the map picks still don't make a lot of sense to me. Is because I'm like, okay, Overcome didn't ban Cache, which is MXB's best map.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing how they played on Cache in previous map makes sense. They're really good at it. Now they pick Mirage. Here's the problem. This comes down to the discussion I've had with you earlier as well. Like, why don't teams play other maps, get better in other maps which other teams don't play? Right? Like, just ban Cache and Mirage. I know these guys are pretty decent on these two maps. Instead, why don't you concentrate on a nuke or a cobblestone or a train even?
No, that's probably because they can't play on nuke.
Probably, which is why you go for NVIDIA.
Yeah, the new
10 series.
esports cards, 1060 3GB, the 1060 6GB. They're meant for people who just want to play Counter-Strike.
We're so
Overwatch,
smooth.
Dota.
The way we segue, we're talking about maps, and then we're like, and then, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta buy the 1080. So
yeah, but
smooth.
No, I mean, if
I think we deserve a raise for this, or at least a free graphics card. NVIDIA India, if you guys are listening, it'd be nice.
So then we'll do anything. For
Anything?
Anything.
I don't think anyone.
Also, guys, quick reminder: if you are planning to pick up a new 10 series card or a 970 or higher, you will get $115 of in-game credit for Paragon Epic Games' new esport. MOBA, the third-person MOBA. It is great presentation. You get $115 of in-game items if you buy a 970 or higher or a new Pascal card. Now coming back to the game, the pause is over. So where do Overcome go from here?
Uphill. That's the only option they have right now. I mean, this is looking very dire because MXB, look at the money: $8,000 at two guys, 7,600 Buster. Rest of them an average, 6K on Hell and 5K on Blackhawk. I mean,
they definitely got 2 rounds worth of money on that.
At the very least, At the very least, look at this aggression for MXB. You can see 2 guys just rushing in mid. They have the information, so one guy can go for the flank early on, and one guy can just come in from connected. This is some great work. This is great work from MXB. Getting map control. You see the smoke raining in, and
the wall of smoke.
But the Molotovs are going to make the life hard. They're going to walk into the flames here. Flashes raining in. See, the Molotov just burns a man alive. And meanwhile, Minato's going to find spawn though. But look at Buster. He's just pushed in. He just pushed in to under Palace. They got the bomb down, but that's okay. They just don't want to lose the round.
No one's checked it.
And MXB playing it so smart.
They're gonna go for the smoke diffuse.
And they're just gonna stick it. And look at Blackhawk coming in from behind. Finds the second kill. Minato will take it out, but the bomb will get diffused.
God.
And MXB just playing it so very smart.
Overcome cannot catch a break here.
I mean, they got the job done. They got the bomb down at the least. So they have all the money now to go for whatever the buy they want. They can go for the ops and whatnot. There you go. Op coming out in Shabby. You got 5 Molotovs. 5 smokes. Like 8 flashes, 2 HE nades, 4 AK-47s, 1 AWP. But what can they do with it? Remains to be seen.
I mean, Overcome is really struggling here, but they did, after that timeout, at least get the bomb down. Finally, is that the first time they got the bomb down? No, second time.
Second time.
Yeah, second time at least. They went back, they thought it out, and made something like Blackhawk.
Timing was awful there. The smoke.
Blackhawk was already committed, and the smoke just came up in his face, and there was nothing he could do about it.
And again, they're going for the A play here. Smoke's raining in, so we got 3 smoke. They smoked off Sandwich as well.
We got no Molotovs coming up this time from the CTs.
Antidote misses the shot, but he gets the kill with a 5-7. He should be allowed to do that. Spawn is going to get a kill as well. It's all on a Shabby, and he's going to be spotted out by Antidote. Antidote will go for the shot. There we go. Shabby, no, not able to do much there. Just gets to 1 kill, and again, MXB just... It's
destroying. Alright, here's my question. Are we looking at a 16-0? I mean, the way things are going for Overcome, nothing is going right for them.
No. I don't think it's 16-0. I don't think it's 16-0.
I mean, production is just something, you jinxed it. Well, I want good Counter-Strike. I want you guys back home watching on the NVIDIA YouTube channel to enjoy a good match for as long as possible. So if I jinx a 16-0, then I think it's for the better.
And right now, Shabby, however, something's going his way. He's going to get the kill onto...
Whoa, once I did Overcome, just get opening frag.
The second kill.
Oh...
Did he just jinx it?
Curse of the Commentator.
Did he just say it? You had to say 16-0, didn't you? And Hellranger is gonna get the kill onto Mitarasu.
No, that defensive Molotov will hurt him a little, and he gets caught out with a nade in his hand.
Ouch.
I know the feeling.
You get caught out with a nade in hand all the time. Bob Bicep's gonna decapitate Blackhawk, and it's all on a Buster, and Overcome might actually finally...
Overcome finally gonna get on the board.
I thought they should have heard Black Buster here, but no, I don't think they know he's here.
No, there was nobody nearby.
He's just running
Too
in.
deep in the parts.
Oh no! You don't whip a spray
Dude,
like
son,
that.
you could
Buster.
have tapped him. You could have tapped him.
And Buster completely. And this is how you don't spray, ladies and gentlemen.
This is why you have second shot. You go pew.
He did a total of he hit 22 points of damage
with a whole clip. He's
to,
like, da,
to a guy looking the other way completely. And overcome 10-1. Is this gonna be like Cash? Remember, it was 8-1 or 9-1, and then they just brought it back.
Was there aggressive flake coming off? A wall of smokes.
I like that. And oh! Antidote's gonna find one, and he's gonna get the second kill. Is he? No, he's not, but Spawn's gonna find one. Amaterasu taking down the Hellranger, but Hellranger beyond the grave, burning a man alive, leaving it down to Minato and Shabby. 1v2, and a nice molly from Minato, but it's announcing himself where he is with that Molotov. So they know this guy in short, they know this guy in the sight.
You've got barely 1.5 guy on overcome.
Blackhawk there, I don't know what the hell he was doing. And now it's a 2v2. Shabby, 13 points of health. Minato should be catching on Buster. Buster will take him down, however. It's all on to Shabby. He's going to find another kill. And it's all down to Buster and Shabby. And Shabby, he needs to win this clutch. It's been a while. He's going to be playing around the site. He can't win this. He's playing it so very smart and using the smoke to his advantage. Buster has no clue where Shabby is. And Shabby from behind takes him down. A second round on board for
Those of you
overcome.
who play with me and watch me on stream, that is called the sexy smoke rotate. I'm telling you, it works. It works.
It worked.
It was perfection.
And this was great clutch from Shabby. He's been having a very rough day, so to speak, but quad kill.
Overcome's having a rough day,
Overcome's
Peter.
having a very rough map.
I mean,
even at Cash, some of the rounds. Oh! Spawn, hello, how do you do? Good night. And Hellranger, meanwhile, aggressing over mid. He needs some backup here because he's alone in underpass. And there's no one. There's no tease it over at mid, however. It's a little surprising. And he's going to be pushing in through B apartments. That's some great initiative from the captain of MXB. He's picked up an AK-47 as well. He's all the way in B apartments, holding a great angle. So he knows B is completely clear, which is why you have all the remaining 3 members of MXB, other 3 members, they're all rotating over to A. You have the guy that's, I think that's Blackhawk, he's picked up the AWP as well. Antidote's there, and Hellranger should be careful, doesn't need to get picked off.
Is gonna come in.
Oh,
the turn around.
The luck, the timing.
Unfortunate. And I think given that aggressive push, they have realized that B might just be empty. They are moving their way up. The bomb is going towards B.
It could be mind games as well, because the second they kill Hellranger, they're like, alright, that's going to draw out a guy.
Look at Ocam now. They have decided that, hey, maybe not A.
At one point, he got to commit, and Monster's still there. They had the man advantage. Here's the thing, Monster can sell this fake. He's got a teammate as well.
They're just lining up for the smokes too.
Yeah, and they're going to fall for this. MXB are going to fall for this hook, line, and sinker. And Overcome just might make it 3 rounds here. You can see Monster falling back. Minato trying to sell this fake alone. But that's okay. Even if it dies, it's alright. It's still a 3v3. The bomb will get planted. And Minato turns around, takes out Buster. Buster, what's happening? And Antidote, I think he has an inkling. I think he knows it's going to be B. Bomb's going to get planted. Antidote sneaking out here. Oh, not able to scope it in time, though.
Unfortunate.
And it's going to be all done to Blackhawk with the AWP. He should be trying to hold on to this. The MXB's money, which was very flush at one point, is slowly getting whittled down.
All credit to Overcome. That was beautifully planned. That timeout really did help them, at least recollect themselves, work out what to do. They were falling apart, honestly speaking. 10-0. Ooh, unfortunate for Blackhawk. He didn't want to miss that, but second peak gets it. Can he get another frag before losing this AWP? That's 2. That's 3. Oh my god!
Okay, that
no scope.
He just made that very expensive for Overcome.
Yep.
And Blackhawk with the AWP, something you don't see that often, by the way.
Yep. MXB made that mistake earlier. Rushing when they should have been saving. Going for that hunt. Is it worth taking away that AWP when you're giving away 3 armors and 3 guns? You don't want that.
They still have the weaponry. They notice MXB finally broke. And they're going to be ecoing for the last
This is the mid peak of Spawn. Spawn does take some damage from Baba Biceps.
They didn't spot out the guy who went under past though. Spawn in a very rough spot here. He's going to get burnt alive.
Kebab!
Fresh kebab. And here's a problem. Hellranger just made his way from underpass to B, and he can catch up the rotation. He just doesn't need to. He just doesn't need to show him. Don't shoot the first bullet. But Monster will check the angle. He will catch him out.
If you want to shoot first, make sure you get the guy.
But they have Blackhawk still in the side. He spotted one guy out on the side. Oh, great shot on Amaterasu. He needs backup. Oh, okay, Blackhawk, calm down there. Give them a round at least. They deserve this one. Blackhawk and
I'm pretty sure Blackhawk deserves this round.
Shabby is waiting for his teammate to come in. Blackhawk. He knows there's a guy in the side, and it's gonna be Minato just peeking around the corner. An antidote.
I mean, Antidote should have realized both of them had crossed over after the pick instead of just looking behind him.
And timing a little off. Minato will take that antidote pretty comfortably, and Blackhawk with 2 nasty shots to the P250.
I mean, that is exactly what they wanted to do from this full eco. Make it expensive for Overcome. Hurt them as much as they can.
And the final round, and I'm just getting a sense of deja vu here.
I mean, 10-5. It's not the best first half, but hey, it's definitely better than 15-0.
Oh, 16-0. You just completely jinxed it, you know that, right?
Maybe I want to. Maybe I want a long match. Maybe I want to go to a third map overtime.
I'm hungry.
I ate Hajmola. Ooh, yeah.
If you fart, oh god. I'm stuck in a studio.
Once again, aggressive from MXB, holding A side, spawn going up in their face.
He's got Buster as well right next to him.
Yep.
Just
They've got the crossfire set up.
And
They're going to try and trade.
And you can make out the fact that Antidote's wielding the AWP instead of Spawn. It kind of, I think, is signifying that these guys are actually going to be relying for the long term with Antidote wielding the big green instead of Spawn being the designated AWPer all the time, which is pretty interesting.
I mean, it frees up Spawn to be more aggressive and adventurous. Use that rifling ability.
And look at this play coming out from Overcome. Really fast play here. And they're going to be coming into connector. Spawn still holding the angle. And now they have to contend with Antidote, who has a very good idea where they're coming in from. He spots the foot.
Antidote spotted out the foot for sure. And the smoke comes out perfectly.
Oh, and it misses! But he somehow stays alive, goes to the no-scope as well, gets taken down, and Hellranger alone there. Spawn did what he could, he got 2 kills. But Blackhawk and Buster going down without finding a single kill. Not exactly the best way to start the round. And Antidote, a little too... just relying a little bit too much on luck on RNG factor.
Hellranger's like, yeah, I think I'm clear. He's like, oh, this is the fire touching me, this is the fire touching me. That's actually happened to me a lot of times. You think you're clear, but it spreads.
It spreads after a few seconds.
It's annoying.
It is kind of annoying. So,
and Hellranger goes down.
10-5. Same scoreline.
I mean, 5 rounds in a row. We didn't see that coming for sure. That, you know, that's one of the things a lot of Indian teams don't really do. That tactical timeout. It can be invaluable.
They don't do tactical timeouts because they have no tactics.
True. They're just like, oh, bhai, I need a smoke.
Yeah, pretty much. We need to talk about what's happening.
Don't smoke.
It's not cool. It's not cool. Play CS instead.
Yeah. Alright. Second half is underway. MXB 10, Overcome 5. This is Overcome's map pick. We
like
see
what
the
Overcome
aggression
is
coming
doing
in
here.
from Baba Bison. Does this pay off? No!
3 men looking. They get another kill. Spawn, Rex, Minato, and all of a sudden that great. I like the idea behind it, but they're getting masked. I like what MXB are doing right now. They're just planning with CD Spawn and they're getting CD Spawn control. All 4 members. You see that? 4 guys with CD Spawn. How are we gonna fight that? And how are we gonna fight 4 terrorists?
4 taps.
I like
No.
Oh, I wanted to see that. Like 4 guys hunting down monster. Like, what do you do when the 4 terrorists looking away? Great shot Amaterasu, however, and it's all down. Amaterasu picks up another kill. Now a 1v3. And they're just toying with him. They're just toying with him right now. But Amaterasu with the calm taps, looking for more. If he clutches it out, he gets another one.
God.
And it's not planted for Blackhawk. It's not planted for him, but he doesn't have a kit. He's got a Tech 9 though. And Amaterasu gets the ace! He gets the ace, but there's no time remaining. The shots from the man. Those shots from the man. Calm, composed. Oh my god, this was some beautiful USP work here from Amaterasu.
I think people back at home, that is why everybody, apart from me, uses a USPS and not a P2000.
You are asking me who's the guy to watch out for the other team?
Absolutely.
Amaterasu.
I mean, a little too late. If one of them had a kit, he might have done something with that.
I think it was a little too late in the end there.
No, I mean, his mindset approaching it would have been different had he known there's a kit there.
Yeah, he could have probably gone a little bit more faster. But, I mean, great run from MXB. And the thing is, they give the kills to Amaterasu. But there was never any point where it looked like he was going to be winning the round. Because no one peaked. He had to go in to get those kills, thereby eating away those precious seconds they had. So we have a pause coming in. I'm not sure who's paused here, but Overcome.
We've also got a pistol armor buy on Overcome.
Yeah, they're going to post it up. They can't allow MXB to just go ahead right now.
MXB to run away with it at this point. 12-5 would mean Overcome, regardless, will probably not buy next round as well. That would put MXB within touching distance of taking this FPS Battle final. Of course, they're playing for the trophy and brand new SteelSeries Siberia 200 headsets. And Overcome are like, no, we want those. But it doesn't look like their day so far. Coming so close on the first map. Going head to head with MXB on their pick, but coming up short in the end.
Yeah.
Unlucky.
Unlucky.
I think if they had another second on that diffuse in the last round, they would have had it.
Yeah. And also, the fact is, MXB did, like I said, give a few rounds which they really shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
This one, though, was been a very good last 5 rounds from Overcome on the T side. The way they took the timeout. They managed to string 5 rounds in a row, which at one point, we were like 16-0. Is actually happening? But this pistol round, MXB winning it is definitely going to put Overcome on the back foot. But then again, like I said, as long as this guy's still there, Amaterasu, he's got $3,000. So
is he going to go for the scout? Or
no. I think his. Oh, okay.
Rifle.
Okay, this is interesting. I would have thought he'd just go with a 5.7 armor and then go with the eco with the rest of his teammates so they can buy an op later because he has extra money. But the FAMAS place, they are taking the fight to MXB. And MXB, I think they're having some little bit technical issues, but it looks of it, Hellranger still hasn't bought up.
Doesn't seem to be doing much. Let's take a look at the stats so far. No one really standing out per se on Overcome so far, except MXB. We've got Blackhawk, on 16. Spawn, Hellranger doing well.
Yeah, it's pretty much a team effort. Everyone, no one really standing out per se, but everyone just doing the work. Hellranger gonna be going for the UMP buy. So a couple of UMPs, couple of AKs.
And also think about it. Right now we saw Overcome. Everybody was level, and Amaterasu picked up an ace to get there. So he was, slightly turned. He shut off this map, maybe, possibly.
Could be. I mean, if he gets going, the guy can almost.
We just saw what he can do when he gets going.
But MXB, I mean, nothing to take away from them. They played that round perfectly. That was so perfectly played. Again, Overcome. I like the idea of the 2 guys aggressing Palace, but when the 3 Glocks looking a direction, it is a little rough.
I mean, the Glock on its own might not be the best gun, but when there's 3 of them,
and especially in CD spawn, all 4 pushing CD spawn.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. Like the CD's one or the CD's gonna be retaken from all across the site, right?
Yeah.
So imagine you CD spawn and you see 4 Glocks looking a direction with a USB. I mean. You might be simple, it still won't work. You're going to get wrecked there. So great play from MXB, valiant effort from Amaterasu. So great play all around basically. But mainly MXB playing better as a team, while Amaterasu is pretty much just like single-handedly trying to do magic things alone, just relying on raw firepower. And Hellranger's going to spot out the man.
See him down a bit short.
Spotted out there. Boss is going to hit on Monster. Minato's going to fall to spawn. Meanwhile,
and then jungle.
No, this is bad. Amaterasu is so low as well. He's the guy with the rifle bar biceps. Somehow. No! The flames! The flames! The flames! The flames! Kebab any moment right now. There he goes. Gets burnt alive. And Amaterasu is somehow trying to salvage his FAMAS of his. He's managed to sneak his way out of the B bomb site. But MXB should be hunting him down here. Maybe Antidote and Hell probably. They're anyways kind of low and they have the weaponry to go for it. They got the SMG's busted, looking the wrong direction. Somehow stays alive. Will get caught out now. They know where he is. They're going for the hunt here. Flashbang comes in. 3 guys looking in the direction. He's going to get the kill onto the man there. That's going to be Antidote. But the AK-47 will be a little bit too much for him to handle. It's going to be 12-5.
Just look at the HP on all of them. Amaterasu is like, thank you. But I think that's also what MXB did smart. They're like, let's send the low HP guys.
Yeah, let's send the low HP guys with the SMGs in. So why do you want to sacrifice the AKs, right?
I mean, MXB have shown that commitment. We're gonna hunt you down, but at least now they were slightly smart about it. We have seen that cost them before, giving up 2 or 3 kills. A quick push comes in, flashes. No.
There's an A stack here, but they're getting Getting countered by those counter flashes from MXB. MXB just swarming over mid, and look at that. 3 guys looking in the direction of Monster. Hey, he does a beautiful black flip there. I'd give that 10 on 10.
Yeah.
It was Olympics, it gives it a 10 on 10 right there.
I mean, I think India's gonna get a gold medal now, finally. Yeah!
For what, back flip? Blackhawk should be careful here. Completely whiffs his spray there, but the Pro 90 comes in. Oh, gets taken down. What is this? They are just getting slaughtered. They're losing the USPs. You don't lose the USPs like this.
This is exactly what we talked about in the first match. You don't want to be losing these pistol rounds. Not even
it's a full
armor.
eco.
It's a full eco. You know, this is typical MXB taking their foot off the gas
pedal
once again. They're like, hey, we have enough rounds in the bag. Let's go easy.
Overconfidence. Like they played the right way. They go in in pairs when they're facing on the rifle, and equal round, YOLO. You know, like, well, why would you do that? It's so.
I mean, either
annoying.
they're just trying to play mind games and reset. Overcomes economy, give them a round, wreck them again. But if you give them that inch, they might just take a mile. You don't want to do that. You want to shut it down as fast as possible. You don't want to prolong it.
On the clock here, Boss's break. Wiley's going to get the 1 kill, reloading down to 54 points of health. Now they know where he's coming from. He's going to smoke off short, but there's a guy waiting for him. Minato just tucked in here. He's going to be checking the angle. Hello, says Minato. And it's going to be 12-6 overcome, winning a round, which he really shouldn't have won. And
another thing, MXB have been losing quite a few members every round. As you can see, they just lost, the 1 round? And the economy is in shambles.
Absolutely. It's very early to lose a round to an ecoing team there.
Like I said, they were slightly smart with their hunt, sending in the people with the low HP, but they really need to be looking at their economy before that, which brings me to the point about Valve banning coaches. The coach takes care of that for you.
No, true, but at the same time, I mean,
at this level, you should really think a little more.
You think a little more. I do agree, and that was a very sloppy play. And I love this. I love this. 3 guys jumping out. Didn't expect that. Hellrange is going to find Amiterasu. Come on, Overcome. Come on. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Not to 3 Tech 9s and 2 AKs when they had everything to work with. Everything. They still have the weaponry, but they are at a 2-man disadvantage. A bomb is planted as well, and it makes me not wasting any time. And look at the post-plant positions. They're not showing themselves. They have no clue. The CTs have absolutely no clue where they're playing from. And Minato's going to get the first kill though. Bar Biceps looking the other way. They're going to get the kill, but the guy flanking in from Connector. Buster hasn't spotted out. He might get taken down, but no! He's going to take down Baba Biceps. Leaving it all under Minato and Shabby. Shabby down to 38 points of health. Minato's going to get 4 taken down as well. Shabby alone, trying to hold on to his up desperately.
He's going to run into the guy here.
And Buster is trapping him. Shabby finds one with Blackhawk from the side. Takes him down.
See, that was smart hunting. One guy distracted him. They knew they were going to get the
peek
flank
together.
on him.
Peek together. It's a very basic thing in Counter-Strike. Not many people do that, unfortunately, but it's a very basic thing. Peek together. Even when hunting down someone, when you're at the T side, if you're looking into a site, peek together. One guy dies, it's okay. Your teammate gets to kill. Instead in India, we see everyone baiting each other.
Exactly. I mean, that's what happens
So
when
do you.
I play with. So then I'm like, don't worry. You get the kill. I'll jump. He shoot me. You shoot him.
Actually, you do. I like that. I appreciate that.
Like,
we win the rounds, though. We
wins the rounds.
Hard carry, bro. Overcome. They know their backs are against the lines here, so they are gonna force it up as well. Could work out for them. It worked out for MXB, and it worked on just pistols as well. So MXB this time around, hopefully they've kind of wisened up. They will not be going for the sloppy plays.
Shabby's just gonna hope nobody checks that box. The bomb does seem to be making its way back from mid. Is it going to go to parts or all the way round to A? That seems to be what's happening here. There are 3 people in and around B. Do they want to really sell it or just go to A? They're just passing the parcel with the bomb right now.
They are creeping their way over to A, where we have Blackhawk coming in through Palace. We got the C4 that is on Hell Ranger.
Now the question is,
do
do Spawn and Buster really sell a B push? Or
I think they're just going to go for the full commit. We have Buster with the UMP slowly sneaking in. As you can see, the flash is raining into A, so no one's paying attention to Connector. Buster is going to get the first one in the monster. He looks around. Blackhawk gets a crucial another kill as well. Finally gets taken up by Amiterasu, but he's done the damage, he's done the work, he's done his job. And the bomb is gonna get not planted yet. Spawn's gonna get a kill, but Amaterasu is still alive, spraying while he's gonna find Hellraiser. How does this fall apart for MXB? Is the question. In Spawn, Amaterasu doing massive work all on the Spawn in a 1v2 here. And he's got the AWP. He's picked up the C4, but is he gonna get taken down? Yes, he is. Amaterasu with the quad kill. That was absolutely massive. And in spite of Buster's heroics.
Yeah, I mean, Buster did great giving MXB that early 2-kill advantage. Yes, he got taken down by Amaterasu, but make no mistake, losing 2 people before the T's even got to the site, giving them that advantage. But Amaterasu once again coming up big for his team when they needed him.
And I don't know what MXB were doing there. I think they had an extra smoke or something remaining with CD Spawn. And just coming up planning for connector when the smoke's dissipated already. Very sloppy play. They just threw it away. It was a 3v4. They had a site. They just completely threw it away. And MXB will be forced to go for an eco because the rounds they won, it was very, very...
They've been expensive rounds.
They're very shabby
losing
rounds.
3 or 4 people at least every round. So at least Overcome have got that going for them. You know, winning a round or 2, they can completely destroy MXB's economy. That's what happens. And they've gotten into the site. The pistol kill.
Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Not like this. Amaterasu is going to get a kill though. And meanwhile... It's Spawn playing very aggressively. Is he gonna get the kill? No, he won 3 guys charging in. Now they know where the CTs are. Blackhawk's got the M4 as well. He's got Hellranger, who's far away. He's very, very far away. Hellranger, what was he doing? It's gonna be...
Hellranger just wants to pick up a few frags, hurt Overcome as much as they have been hurting MXB.
He's gonna get another kill. He's doing a lot of damage.
He does know the plant is for him. That's great.
Oh, he just keeps crouch peeking around. But the Molotov will end him.
Hellranger kebab.
Hellranger kebab.
Kebab.
You can go either way.
Yeah, I guess. I think Overcome doing whatever they can to pull this back, stringing together a few rounds. Now they just need to keep this going, not take the foot off the pedal, not ease up.
And 2 rounds that MXB lost. The round prior to the prior round, where Buster got the opening 2 kills, and the 1 round they lost just pistols, just USPs and 157. See, those are 2 rounds they should not lose. They cannot lose those rounds.
If they had won those 2 rounds,
it's 15-6 right now.
Yeah.
If they won those 2 rounds, and not just winning the 2 rounds, they're going to force them to eco.
Exactly.
Right?
That would have been the game.
That would have been the game right there. And that's the thing. MXB, the small little mistakes. Like I get it if they lose rounds against great plays from Overcome. I get it if they lose rounds where Overcome do some crazy plays in a full buy. When they lose rounds to buys like that, that's abysmal.
Spawn
and meanwhile,
with a beautiful double trick.
He's like a headhunter, like with the AWP and antidote with the AK-47. That's the thing about this team. Both the jumping kills there, CS:GO for you. That's the thing about this team. What I really like about MXB. Both the AWPers are very, very solid rifles as well. And they're just going to run charging into the side here. Hellranger, I know he's walking right now. He's given information. Already rotation coming in. Amaterasu with Bywise is going to get the first kill. Runs out of bullets. Blackhawk's going to get the kill. Now it's on to Amaterasu and Blackhawk. And Blackhawk is going to peek out. Oh!
I don't think Amaterasu
was expecting that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, anybody, most people, 99.9% will expect
him to go for the plant.
Or at least move into a slightly more defensive position. Nobody will be expecting that aggression from the T in a 1v1.
But that's such smart play from Blackhawk, going for the wide peak. It's a kind of a slight off angle as well, and Amaterasu was like, yeah, he's probably going for the plant. He probably wasn't even looking at Blackhawk when that happened. That's great play. And they're broken. And if MXB loses round again, I'm going...
Yeah, I think people are going to get fired.
I'm going to snap.
I mean, look at that. The UMP going aggressive inner parts. He knows if he catches a couple of people out, close together, he can help pull this round back. Spawn, is he going to walk into that UMP? It looks like he is. Oh!
Spawn just crouch peeking out. It's always tough, but Monster is there with a 5-7. He's going to find one, get the second kill as well. What is happening? MXB, this is not how you lose rounds.
Once again, to the pistols. Nothing more. It's just pistols, man. It's not like anybody picked up a gun and made a difference.
I mean, it is CS:GO pistols, so that's there.
Fair enough, but...
And Antidote, what's he doing?
Look at the back.
Oh, Antidote trying to be...
T-spawn, he has no idea. Blackhawk has no idea.
And he's going to take it down.
Beautiful from Amaterasu.
How do you lose these rounds? How do you lose these rounds?
I mean, MXB once again taking that eye off the ball, dropping the round they had no business losing. It was such a shabby buy.
No pun intended. Great work, however, from Overcome there. But see, that's the thing, right? Like, when you know that the guys, their money's pretty shit, that they will have pistols, blah, blah, you try to peek and prod a little bit. You don't just cluster in and just charge out.
Yeah.
That's what I did, right? They're just like, they're all together, just coming in together as a wall, and just got caught up. They didn't know where to aim at. They got, and then they had a flank coming in. It's a little bit slow, you know, just trying to peek and prod, trying to find out what's happening.
And now it's MXB taking the time out, trying to just recollect themselves. They've just...
And they're forcing it up.
They've been throwing rounds.
I don't know why they're forcing it up.
They were 10-0, and it's 14-9.
Overcome. Just, they never say die. That's one thing I love about this team. There's so much heart. Like, so much heart while playing both the teams. And Overcome especially, right? Like, many people are like, oh, they're not that great, whatever. But they have so much heart. They have the skill set. And sometimes I'm at the roster, like, he's at 23 kills. He will single-handedly grab his team by the neck and drag them along.
Just to, show you how much of an impact he's had in this comeback. It took him an ace to get to 10-10, to 10 kills, which was level with his teammates at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
And he's sitting at 23 right now.
He's doing massive work single-handedly.
He's come up huge.
Nato, what is he doing? Hellranger doing the tango with him long distance, just shaking his ass there. And Minato.
He had the flash advantage. He had everything going for him.
Literally, all hell did was 80, 80, 80, 80, 80.
He just had to give it, 2 sets of burst fire. That was it.
Just.
That sums up Overcome's day.
They've been having such shit luck, but Biceps catches out the Buster.
For a second it looked like he didn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't as well, considering how the luck has been in spawn.
Oh, he's gonna push through the smoke.
Oh, now he knows where Monster is. Monster doing a smart thing there, not staying next to the smoke, not getting swamped, falling by the CD spawn. Doesn't need to give away a free rifle here, a free gun. And the
also,
bomb...
it may seem like that Overcome gave away this, this plant easy, except they're playing for the retake. They know they're better off going into the site with their utility and guns than getting caught out in a group in a rush.
True, and the thing is for MXB right now, they have to win this round. It's not just a eco round where they just,
that nade touched so much.
Oh, and Blackhawk alone here.
Last man in Palace. Is somebody going to cover that angle?
I don't know.
They do have the kit. Blackhawk's gonna peek.
Oh, he gets a kill!
Perfect!
No, they don't have the time! Oh my god! Blackhawk with a perfect pre-fire peek there. Oh, Overcome.
Ladies and gentlemen,
someone buy these guys a drink after this game.
Practice and knowledge. That was, textbook perfect from Blackhawk. He knew where the plant was. He knew he only had to get the diffuser. And he did exactly what he needed to do.
Absolutely huge clutch play. They're a little lucky as well. I don't know how... he just literally just ran out, fired one bullet he needed to land, and he got it.
And it was unfortunate for Overcome as well that the diffuser was the guy on half HP.
True.
Or less. That is unfortunate for Overcome. They will feel hard done.
And watch MXB lose this round as well.
No, I'm pretty sure it's over. This is the end. Oh!
Shh. Don't say anything.
Nope.
2v2. Overcome. Can they hold on? One more round.
He doesn't know there's a guy on the left. On the grass. Oh! Through the flash! Did he spot out the second guy at B short?
I think he did, but Minato's waiting here. El Ranger's flanking around. Minato's got to peek him. Oh! And El Ranger will win the round with a quad kill as well. What a heartbreaking way to win the game there, ladies and gentlemen. And MXB are your champions, the FPS Battle champions. They defied everything to come up on top here.
What an amazing game. 2-0.
It's time to take off the jacket.
Oh, he's going to go all out. But guys, take nothing away from Overcome. They fought hard. They came so close first map. unfortunate not to get anything more out of it.
I really felt bad for them. Both the games were very close.
Yeah.
I think MXB played great. They had a lot of mistakes here and there, but I really felt MXB were always. They never seemed like they were not in control of the game, except in cashing at the end. But it was again a slugfest. It was going very back and forth.
It was a lot of back and forth. Except, it was a close match.
Except for Mirage, this was kind of one-sided. Surprisingly,
yeah, Overcome had a few moments. They like put together a couple of rounds. But nothing really much.
I feel bad for Amit Razi. He literally was like, he's like, if you're Overcome, this Amit Razi like, come here, just come here. You're gonna win this map. And I felt really bad for him that it didn't quite work out at the same time. But great game.
Yeah, I mean, similar to what happened to A-Star with Brutality last time. He's like, yeah, come on, you fools, I'm pulling you through.
It didn't work out, and really good to see Spawn coming back on form. Exactly. I think everyone in MXB had some great rounds, great moments. The only thing going wrong for MXB, like I said, the rounds they're losing, which they shouldn't lose. You're not supposed to lose the round. Like if you're winning rounds against full buys so comfortably, you should not be losing against anti-eco rounds or very half buys and whatnot. You shouldn't be losing those. And I think that's something that Hell should be like, all right, this is my homework. This is what I need to work on.
Yeah.
For Overcome, tough luck. I think they need. They don't really need to go about a drawing board per se, but they need to kind of understand like what went wrong, what are the mistakes they made, how were MXB like outplaying them, fix those things, and I'm sure they'll come back stronger than before. Because I know for a fact that Overcome can pretty much dismantle every other team. They just beat Invisible Wings a couple of weeks back, for crying out loud. They're not a bad team at all. So I think it's been a great series.
A few mistakes, a few sloppiness, being a bit complacent is what hurt them a lot because. They were letting MXB dictate the pace of the game.
They were scared. They're playing scared. Now, if you look at MXB, they were like all over. In CD side and Cobble, on Cash and Mirage, the CD side was dominant. They were just taking the fight to Overcome, and only in the end.
I think the thing with Overcome was they were banking on getting to Cobblestone.
Probably.
They're like, we can do that. Let's just get there.
But the thing is, they almost had Cash. It was so very tight in the end there. But
that just broke their spirit.
And some great clutch plays from both the teams, actually. Hell was some great clutch plays. Amit Tarasi with some massive rounds. I think we have a highlight reel ready for you guys as well for the second map. It was phenomenal. I actually, of course, a lot of Indian tournaments, but we've been lucky that, and also it goes to show that we invite the best in the country instead of having a massive bracket. You get some very good games.
It was entertaining Counter-Strike throughout. The top four of the top 5 teams in India battling it out. MXB Gaming, your FPS Battle Season 2 champions, powered by SteelSeries. They're all going to take home brand new Siberia 200 headsets. We've got a bunch of giveaways for you in chat. And for those of you interested in buying a new card, NVIDIA's got a bundle, the Paragon bundle. So if you buy 970 or higher, or any one of the new 10 series Pascal cards, you get $115 of in-game credit for Paragon. It is absolutely amazing. And as of today, NVIDIA's new Ansel is available in Ark Survival Evolved, along with Mirror's Edge Catalyst, The Witcher 3, and The Witness. That's it from us over here.
And if NVIDIA gives me a free graphics card,
push.
I will tweet out, I love you, NVIDIA India.
What?
If you guys are just listening out
He's
there.
going to do that anyways, guys. That's it from the FPS Battle Season 2 Finals. MXB Gaming are your champions. Overcome, you did great. Check out this highlight reel, guys, and don't forget to subscribe. Lots of live streams throughout the week.
And do follow us on a Twitter channel as well. That's Captain Aria. Oh, there we go. Production on point. Production on point. Finally, Captain Aria and of course Official Play. We do talk a lot on Twitter about random bullshit and what we poop after we eat. It's very interesting stuff. Do follow us. And we have a highlight reel coming up from you. So from all of us here, Captain Aria, best streamer in India, in my humble opinion, and of course from myself at So Strong Studios. Almost best caster.
Yeah, I know.
And all of us here from So Strong Studios. Adios. GG. Well played.
Don't forget to subscribe.